It is live now.
Yeah, thank you, Ankur.
Yeah, welcome.
Um, we have the speakers with us and we have Lax Kenya also. Welcome to all of you from on behalf of Shri Kachivisa Oswal Seva Samaj. And we'll bring in Bimal once he joins. But I think we can begin with Lax Kenya. Lax, you can introduce the session today. Viral, you'll have to stop the slide. Lax, you can unmute and talk. Lax, અહીં આડો કરી શકતા જો phone? Yeah, and you can unmute. Yes, go ahead.
Welcome everybody on a nice rainy day in Bombay. And it's not because of the rain that we are delayed, it's because of other problems. So welcome you all to KVO Seva Samaj Foreign Education Seminar. And those people who have returned from various overseas places, they're going to share with us today their journey and current difficult times students over there have. And we welcome you all, whoever wants to come back to India and resettle there. We are always there for you for those reasons also. And anything that you need, again, KVO Seva Samaj is always with you for any assistance that you need. Guidance, mentoring, suggestions, what to do in India, how to do it. In all different aspects, we are all with you and we are ready to support you. I won't take much of your time because a lot of speakers are there and they are all waiting eagerly to share their expertise with you all. So I welcome you all, and 11, you can go ahead and start and panel discussion and whatever next is on the agenda. Thank you.
Lex, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Before the others speak, I'm sure the parents and the students also may be having this question. And the question is very simple. Is this the right time to go? And what are your views? We are going to just collect everybody's views. So let's see what are your views. It's not necessary that all of our views are going to match with yours, but we'll still want to hear what are your views. From a person who is 80 plus, let us see what his views are.
To me, it's a very, very difficult and challenging times all over the world because of the wars, because of uncertainty, especially in US. There is the H1 visa and President Trump's views are the whole situation is really deteriorating as far as job aspect is concerned. If you don't have any problem with the finances and you really, really want to study, yes, still there is an opportunity outside and you can invest your money. But if you have to take a lot of financial burdens, it will be a very difficult time to recover those funds. Keep that in mind because a lot of students that we hear from, they are working at a McDonald's or small places. There's some places they are very difficult to find a good housing also to live. So think twice, consult us, talk to us. We can always put you in the right touch of the opinion, then support your decisions. But I will rather say that get some experience here. These are the difficult time. Let this couple of 1 or 2 years pass and then decide to go. That's what my current views are based on the experiences that we are getting from all over the world. But we do have our community contacts all over, whether it's Australia, New Zealand, Dubai, Singapore, Ireland, UK, Germany, wherever you want, and we can share their views or contacts with you. Thank you very much.
You can't go off so fast.
I'm there.
We have one more question for you.
Go ahead.
You've had an international exposure for several years.
Yes.
can you highlight how does it help you even today, or it doesn't help you? It doesn't matter if you were always in India.
Definitely, it was a time when I went for study in USA. The system over there really impressed me, and we got to do a lot of these things on our own, and took a responsibility which was much better than our Ratta way of learning here. But over the years, India has progressed well. We are in a much better situation economically wise compared to everybody else. But still, international exposure, whether you can get it after while you are getting education, or later on you can go on your business. I will still always say that you are a Kutchi people. We are all Kutchi people, and you should go for business. You go for learning for business purpose and give job to the others. If that's the attitude, if you really have to think about it, and if you can do it, that's the best thing to happen. But yes, exposure helps, but the financial situation and the burden on your parents or family or on you, it should be right now in the current scenarios, you should consider it very seriously.
Okay, thank you. So having heard views from lakhs, I would first want to begin by apologizing to some extent where we would be responsible. Uh, and of course, not the entire responsibility is resting on us. Nature wanted that we stay at home and we operate from home. And it has been kind enough for the speakers to agree to even join up from home. I thought that when I sent the message to them at 12, when it was very windy and raining, pouring very heavily, I literally thought that now they're going to make an alternative plan because I'd already messaged them first. But fortunately, within half an hour, when we found that we discussed it and we thought that let's do an online session. Let the questions not get unanswered and we do not have to wait for the final day to come again to plan again another session. Because I know time is running out for some of y'all who are going this July end or August. And therefore we plan to do this. So I thought that was nature's call that we had to plan it this way. But on the other side, that when we were planning the online session, we thought we'll keep it open for anybody to enter because we had circulated to many of the KVO groups. And even those who were not registered, we said, let them also get a chance to listen. But I think that generosity went against, and the entire link was hacked on the first time. So that did not go well. We were not even able to begin to start the session. So, however, there are always people who live around us with lesser understanding or with no right understanding. And we are going to face this. So, keeping all ourselves composed, I think it is good that everyone who had earlier signed up for this program has joined again. But unfortunately, there are some who the message is not gone or are unable to rename themselves, are not able to join because we had to take this decision because of the previous experience that we had. So that is what I wanted to apologize. And to begin with, I would first want to the speakers to present their views through the presentation which they've already made. And they would have decided the sequence also, who's going first and who's going next. So we have, I'll just give a little introduction of our speakers. Just a minute. All of you may have even read it in the Patrika and all that. So we have Dr. Pooja Bowa, who is a master's in occupational therapy. Hi, Pooja.
Pooja,
Hello. Hello.
Lex, you can keep your mobile horizontal. We'll have a wider view of you. Yes. Pooja is a consultant occupational therapist operating in Khar and Santa Cruz West. She's done her master's from Tufts University, USA. and that was in 2010, almost 16 years back. She had done her bachelor's from here in India, from D.Y. Patil in 2008, and soon she had been to the US. And she relocated back very recently after having spent 16 long years in US. And she's been a great asset to the KVO community, for which I would really like to thank her, she and her husband also. And I would like to say one thing, that she's been a host since 2011. Can we imagine, after masters, when you are yourself settling down? She has done that since 16 years, right since that time. And I know she goes headlong, goes and helps so many people, KVO and even non-KVO students. And in the Patrika ad, you have her LinkedIn profile. You can always contact her later. You can message her, and I'm sure she'll reach out to you. So welcome, Pooja.
Thank you.
We have Punang Hemangi Manish Chheda, who's from Motasambia, lives in Mulund. And he's working as an assistant vice president at the Sitco Group Limited, Powai, for legal and compliance, regulatory change management. He has a master's in banking and finance, that is LLM, from Boston University. Again, they come from the same part of the world with their masters, and he passed out in May 2023. He came down quite soon, I would say, and he completed his bachelor's again from D.Y. Patil and been there. He's returned back to India in 24. So many of you may have questions. You can ask him, why did you come back? Why did you not stay? And so on. The third speaker whom I'd like to welcome is Viral Jagruti Shrikant Keshavji Pasad, who's from Dedia village and from Santa Cruz, and is a senior software engineer from Whittle Edge. It's a CDK Global Group USA, and he's working on AI in SDLC processes and new product development. He will explain to you what he's doing better. He's done his master's in computer science from Virginia Tech, USA in 2020. He had already completed his bachelor's from India from KJ Somaiya in 2018. He has published 3 research papers and his MS thesis also, which featured, it was published in the University Research Lab website. And he returned back in 2023. So you can have your questions, why were you back after your master's in 2020 when you completed it? Why after 3 years, why did you stay more? And so on and so forth. Then we have Amisha Samir Shah, Naredi village, Mulund. Locally, she's living in Mumbai in Mulund. She's a yoga professional. She did her net from in March 2023. As you know, to teach in the Indian universities, you need to be a net qualified or a set qualified. So she's a net qualified in 2023. And just before that, she did her master's in Yoga Shastra from the Somaiya University in 2022. Now she's taken a complete U-turn. She's done a bachelor's in computer science from bachelor's undergrad. She went for her undergrad from University of Maryland Global Campus, USA, 2003. And before that, she had done her diploma from SNDT in electronic engineering in 95. And then she had gone for her undergrad. And she stayed in US between 98 to 2007. And so she's not come back recently. She's come back since a while. But what made her return back? What happened that she didn't continue to stay? We can have all those questions to her also. We did have another speaker, Jash Joshi, who was chief consultant for USA Visa in the office of the advocate Dr. Sudhir Shah and Associate. Dr. Sudhir Shah has been a regular resource person for us. So, of course, he won't be joining. As I mentioned, his computer is completely hacked. and it will not be possible for him to join, is what I understand. If he joins anytime, surely because he's still sorting out his computer. A lot of data which he had, he's sorting out all that. And I'm also happy to introduce Nayan. Uh, Nayan Nisar. Yeah. So Nayan is also part of the KVO family, Seva Samaj family, again in the field of education he's working. So welcome to you. Have I missed anybody from Seva Samaj? We have Ankur, who's also handling the tech. He's also part of the Seva Samaj family. So with this little welcome to all the participants, parents, uh, who have been anxiously waiting since so many days. And then today, you knew you had to be there at Chinchpokli at 3:30. We would have met in person. We all wanted to meet you all in person. We'll definitely make it possible some other time. But as of today, at least we are able to meet like this. Let's look at what we are receiving rather than what we've missed. And let's be happy with where we are. And I'd also like to acknowledge Jaisal Shah, who has just, I think today, Jaisal, please correct me, uh, who has been declared as the young CEO. There was a training program through IIT. Nayan, please correct me if I'm wrong. And he's come first in this entire process of being declared as the young CEO. Jaisal, welcome to you. You've been our star throughout your student journey, and therefore you cannot get unacknowledged. We also have with us, Adit was there. I don't know if he's still there. My scrolling, I'm facing a little problem. Just help me. Is Adit Rambia there?
Yes.
Yeah. So Adit
Hello.
also, yes. So Adit is also a star performer as a student, uh, right through school, and he was through IIT. Now he's going to enter Carnegie Mellon. Wish you all the best, Adit.
Thank you,
So,
ma'am.
yeah. So there are other students whom I may not know. You can share your achievements also. Surely either on chat or you can unmute and say, this is going to be a very informal presentation. Just that, so that we don't lose out on the thoughts, we don't lose out on important points. Viral, Pooja, Amisha, and Punang have prepared some slides. I just missed, I would also like to welcome Shubda Gala, who is a part of the education team again, part of the KVOSS family. And she's also very active in Matuka boarding and Shishuan. So, and she's a professor in MD College in the field of commerce since many years. I think more than 25 years she must be there. So welcome to you, Shubda. And yes, we can go ahead.
Thank you.
Viral, yeah, thank you. Who's going first, Viral?
So yeah, ma'am, I'll start.
Yeah,
But actually,
just one
Mhm.
minute. Before that, if there is because we have circulated it, so if there is anybody who's returned back from the US or any other country, UK or any other country, and who can also be resourceful today to the students and parents, I would invite you to put it on the chat so that we can acknowledge you also and take benefit from your presence. Yes, Viral, you can go ahead. How do you
uh,
want to be?
yeah, and ma'am, on a similar note, I also wanted to say we wanted to begin by actually taking a poll. So we wanted to see that folks in the audience, at what stage of their US journey are they currently? I think if you guys can put it in the chat, are you guys in the application process? Are you guys some of those who have already received your admits and in the process of visa? Or are you guys someone who has decided that I want to go abroad, but you are still figuring out the country and program? So if you can just mention that in the chat, and along with that, maybe even mention the geography, country, state that you are considering, and what discipline that you belong from, like let's say medico, computer science, legal, things like that.
Yeah, while you're doing that, that's a very important point that Viral has brought out. While you're doing that, make sure that you are registered in the KVOSS registration link, because that's a Google form which is going to collect all the data It will be used for many purposes. One is that only those registered there will be provided the host family, because we are officially connecting, just like as you saw this hacking. If we had to put, a form on the website, again, there is, I mean, with all the introductions in it, then there is again chance of misusing that information. So what I'm trying to say is that you put your data in the Google form, and whenever we publish it, we will publish it in Pagdandi. But before that, we will take your permission. Your consent will be taken. So you don't have to worry about it. If you don't want your name to be published anyway, that's fine. But generally, KVO students and parents want their children's or the student themselves want their names to be published. We do not publish any contact details. So don't worry about that. It's only your names and village and what you're going for, which part of the country. That's it. Because that's also important for the entire KVO community to see how many are migrating and what's going on. And we are keeping a track of people who are coming back also. So it just helps us that way. So do fill up your form on the Google form, the Google link, which has been provided in the ad. I will put it on the group also where you are. So you can add it if that is missed anywhere, the ad is missed anywhere. Yeah, you can, I think the responses are already coming. We have Adit Rambia who's already written that he's, just a minute. Yeah. So you can see Saloni, Saloni has already written that she's pursuing her master's in Australia. She's going to fly now recently on 10th of July. So nice. I think I can see all of yours and so can the speaker. So in the meanwhile, each one of us will read it on our own while you are putting it. But maybe we can start, Viral, while
Yep.
time we this.
Yes. So yeah, I'll share my screen. We'll go through the presentation. And here we go. Okay,
There was
so
just one question whether we are right now only talking about US. So yeah, if Josh will join, we'll be able to talk more about other countries. But as far as host family, we are able to provide you for other countries. We are able to connect you to the alumni who are living in different countries. As far as information, whatever best we can give you, we will share. Otherwise, we'll connect you to the right persons. But do stay on for this entire program.
right. Okay, so here we go. We have already gone through a bit of our introductions, but Pooja, you want to start?
So, Pranam, everyone. Ilanti's done a great job of introducing who I am, what I do. So, for a story, I would say I predominantly decided I want to be an occupational therapist when I was in grade 8. So, the goal was there, the dream was there, and my suitcases were ready. I picked myself up and walked up to Lax Kenya uncle one day, and he said, "Toke chanda kare jarur na hai, tu one." जितनी बड़बड़ कही थी ओटा वीजा ऑफिसर के पकाने अच्छी जो वीजा थे बंदो and I stick by that comment of Lax uncle that you got to speak, so talk, ask, communicate, and I think that became my biggest weapon when I was overseas as a 21-year-old girl. I was never meek, but you're still meek inside, you don't show. And I think what I would say my biggest learning was that I stepped out of my comfort zone quite a lot. I am the youngest amongst my cousins, youngest in the family, so I've been pampered. मुझे रोटली हाथे में लिया है तो जर पहली वक्त हम रोटली जो लोड भी बनाया वो तो it was like an achievement. Oh my god, I'm so good at something. So I think learn for yourself, grow. Those would be my biggest takes. One thing that I've really valued a lot and learned in the past 18 years. Will I speak? So one thing that I've learned in the last 18 years is that it's very important to make a family of your own wherever you go. Um, and do not measure your success using someone else's ruler, because your path is very independent, is very different than somebody else's. So grow and build a home for yourself wherever you go, whatever you do in life. For just to wrap it up, I would say, like, right now I've moved back after practicing for 16 years. I did organizational leadership in a healthcare industry for 16, 15 something years. I had a crew of 3,000 people under me, and now when I'm here and starting from scratch, it's like Puja 2.0, figuring out what to do as a doctor, what to do as a therapist. I'm learning a lot, and I think that is my biggest thing, is that I'm going to learn every day something new, no matter what I'm doing, which country I'm in, or what path I choose. So thank you.
Nice, very brief and well introduced. Yes, Amisha.
So hello, Jai Jinendra to everyone. So I moved to US when I was just 22. After marriage, of course, I was not alone. My spouse was there. So he wanted me to pursue bachelor's, so we got admission and I did my bachelor's there, which was quite an experience in US. Going from India, learning their way of speaking, their accent and their lifestyle and everything. Then I got two daughters. We moved back here in India because of some family reasons. Then again, daughters got big enough. Then I kind of started learning again. Did my diploma and masters in yoga, and now I'm teaching yoga since past 6 years. So yes, learning continues wherever you are. Even my philosophy is that, and it should, it should continue. And one more thing, wherever you are, just look at the positive points. If you are in US, just look at the positive points of that country. If you are in India, based in India, just look at the positive points here. If you keep comparing, that doesn't work. So that's my learning so far. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Amisha. Yes, Viral.
Sorry, I was speaking on mute. So, hi everyone. I am Viral Pasad, Jai Jinendra Manike. Muji story. Basically, I went to the US to pursue my MS in computer science. 2018 में हुई वो बरस जो program वो graduated in 2020. Approximately, I spent about 5 years in the US, 2 years of education and 3 years of work experience. Majorly, there are some pointers I have added here: family, the US immigration, stability, the certainty of life, and daylight savings time. These are some of the things that brought me back to India in 2023. एकदम short में summary idea तो मुझे. But I had a ton of learnings in the time I had over there in the US. અને ખાસ કરીને मतलब COVID में graduate थी नो थोड़ो ऐसा पाછું ना millennials are talking about it these days, but it was a very interesting experience. I always call this the pre and post grad perspective. જ્યારે પણ junior સાથે વાત કરી ત્યારે કારણ કે when we go suitcases pack કરીને we are very wide eyed, and you don't know what to expect, you don't know what experiences await you. But હકડી વાર અહીં હટલો મળે ભેગો સોલ્વ કયો આંજા finances, આંજો time management, આંજો academics, આંજો career, anja relationships, all of it teaches you how to basically do multidimensional problem solving, and it will make you who you are. So that is one of the biggest learnings जो कोई आखी लाइफ आ साथे साथे रखता. Apart from that, some other things are, it is very important to know the law of the land. नहीं बेद country में बना था इंडिया में normally ठीक है मतलब even here you should know the law. I think Punang will tell us more, but especially in a foreign land you need to know about this much more to just make sure you don't cross the line anywhere beyond a certain point. Apart from that, another learning for me was world history, journey of individual nations and cultures. India, પાછું ના independence થી કઈને હવે સુધી, how has that shaped the way we live today, the city we live in today? बट कोई फॉरेन लैंड जी अलग हिस्ट्री आए होनी जो कल्चर अलग आए एंड दे ऑपरेट वेरी डिफरेंटली इवन फॉर यू नो doing just general chit chat with someone at the office or on campus. It's just a different way you speak to someone. So appreciation for all cultures, also ours ka bhai hate hi aap panजे में कर लो पाके comfortable भी लगे. Apart from that, man being a social animal, importance of networking and community. Again, something we have a lot in India, but you miss it there, especially when you see COVID and lockdown there. Um, what I miss about the US, मुझे कितना लोगों को पूछे था. So I have mentioned supermarkets and avocados. I know avocados अभी Zepto Blinkit पे मिलते हैं, but still I just miss the supermarkets which used to be tech. To be honest, that was my break. और कैर भी stressed वहाँ का कैर भी मतलब just brain is not braining. I would like to just take a tour of the supermarket, do my week long grocery haul, and just see everything available under one roof. So I just miss the supermarkets of the US. Also, when Pooja mentioned ka muke rotli hatte malaivi and jera first time load badhu, it was an achievement for me. Similarly, muke Maggie banainde pan nate avdeo US fe onti palla, and then thanks to just everything there, COVID, I had so much time on my hands. I became like a YouTube, like I learned from YouTube and I enjoyed cooking. I became a chef. I had my own page there. So just something you pick up along the way. In terms of what lies ahead for all of us in the future, especially being from a tech background myself, I tell people that layoff, जो को layoff wave आवे भी 2022, 23 में, those layoffs were a temporary kink in the industry, but I feel the AI revolution is yet to come. Like it is still upon us. Not, it's not yet upon us. I will talk a bit more in detail in the coming slides. And another thing I also do mention is just to look at the broader strategy in terms of hiring, firing, and deals and acquisitions that are being done by MNC tech giants versus if you are partnering with startups. Especially now, thanks to AI, a lot of it is in the news. Some of y'all must have seen the Department of Defense partnering up with Anthropic and so on. Again, something I'm not going too much into detail with, but just things to sort of keep an eye on if you belong to the tech background. So that was about me. Thank you. And over to you, Punang.
Thank you, Viral. Yes, Punang, go ahead.
Hello everyone. So I moved to US Boston in August 2022. I pursued my LLM for 2 semesters. Was fortunate enough to get a government job there, working with New York City Law Department for almost 2 years. Then I had to move back for family reason and of course visa issues, which I'll discuss it in the later half. My perspective about learning, there was like I was the only because not many students go for law. Primarily, they move to they go to London or some other countries, Australia. But my and US is not that much explored. I was the only Indian in the batch, so I actually had like cultural learning, like representing India. So that was a different burden on me that I should not go rogue. And because if any mistake is done on my end, it would brand me in a way that can damage my reputation also. Uh, Other things I would say is like it enhanced my applications that legal is no longer related to the conventional fields. Like the one word when you say that you are a lawyer, people directly assume that you are wearing some black coat, white tie, and standing outside the court doing not please, sir, please, mere paas se not hai." But those conventional are no longer available there. So every field, even finance has 10 financial fields. Of those fields are become legal fields now. So that one was one of the learnings I had there. What things I miss about US is Viral says supermarkets, of course, but my missing of it is beverages. They have some amazing beverages which you don't get here. Somehow Fanta and have that like 10, 11 flavors. I don't know how. But yeah, if someone can get me there, I'll be glad. Yeah, as everyone's story, single child, everything was, you know, everything was given me on the plate, making my first roti and everything, becoming independent, never had to do any budget. okay, now I have certain amount, limited amount to earn it from, spend it. First, no, rather than spending, first earn it. How much I'm earning, how much tax I have to pay. I have to travel also, so I have to save for them. Everything, every calculation, every dollar to be accounted for. So that 2 years completely changed my, spending habits, made me more mature about, I still spend recklessly, but now spend recklessly in a mature manner rather than just spending it in a reckless manner. So yeah, those topics we cover it in the next couple of videos. But yeah, that's all my time. Thank you.
Nice, very nice to hear all of y'all. And I would just like to now ask you all to start, but before that, I'd just like to make a message to all the students and the parents. There is something that still stops you all from asking. These are all your friends here. They may be a little older than what you are, but still they will definitely understand you. So don't hesitate. If you have any questions in between also, you can just raise your hand and ask that, or put it on the chat. Just unmute and say it, but don't hesitate. Because if you have that question and you don't ask it at that time, it's lost. And then that question you may forget also, or it may not have any relevance at that time. So if there is anything that is connected to what is being shared, just have a friendly talk with the speakers. Okay, they are our own alumni. Yeah, go ahead.
Just adding something to what Ilan is saying. If you don't ask, we can't answer. And then most importantly, I'm talking for 1 minute about my life, which is worth 16, 17 years. It's not going to capture your thoughts. So please keep asking.
Also, one more thing is that, see, the presentation would go in a direction probably that you are not looking out for. Then you will feel waste of time. And then the latter part of the presentations may be valuable, but you've already lost interest. So it'll be nice to, inform what is it. Can we have a hand raise of all of y'all? Can we have a hand raise whether everything so far is going good? Or some reactions? Some responses? Okay, very nice. Dhiren, Hasti, Manan, wow, Krushmi, Kalp, very nice. Niva, Nishta, Bhumi, Barkal, Devansh, Dhruvi, Ishan. So we know you are also awake and we are also awake. That's very nice. So will it be okay now to start with the application process in brief? Everything that we are going to do is in brief, okay? And if you have more detailed questions, you will have to ask that. Because we
Right.
don't know, you're all at a different stage. Some of you are already having your admits and even your visas with you. Some are just waiting for your visa. But the application process may not be of use to you, but it may be of use to someone sitting here. So let's start that.
Exactly.
Let's go brief, and then in detail, we can answer the questions.
Absolutely. So thank you, everyone. We'll start, and as Ila ma'am mentioned, we'll try to be brief. Also, you guys can go through these slides, but some of them might even be useful for folks who are sort of yet to fly. But broadly speaking, academic goals and career aspirations throughout this journey of, study abroad, we want to be organic and true to yourself. Ki bhai, the main reason why we are going is to study. So, ask yourself why you want to go. How will you benefit from it? Again, this is sort of the SOP process. You write your essays. So if you have clarity कि मुझे क्यों जाना है, you will have clarity on what to write in your essays and SOPs. You will be much ahead of the curve. Again, it's partly you have to write your story and how that aligns with the university or program you're trying to get into. So it would be nice to also mention the university you're targeting has great programs or research or labs. But again, these things, if you ask ChatGPT, ki bhai, this is my resume and this is, why I want to do that. ChatGPT will give you, okay, ये university की ये खासियत है. But how does that align with your story? That is what you want to capture in your essay and SOP, such that when your professors or admission officers are reading it, they can be like, okay, this guy is genuinely interested in my program and will benefit from this program. So this is the deep level of research that we should be doing. And again, I have mentioned some pointers such as, what extra miles can you go in your research? Ki bhai, who is the faculty? What is their background? What is their tenure? What have they worked on earlier? One quick example I will give belonging to tech is AIML is very hot now, and okay, everyone wants to go for those programs. But let's say back in 2016, 17, 18, when I was going through my application process, AI was just around the curve. It was coming, we could see it. I did AI for my final year capstone project. However, whoever was applying, everyone was like, हाँ मुझे MS AI में करना है, या I want to be working in AI. But no one had done that level of research ki after you graduate with a master's, no one is really going to hire you for AI, because AI was so new at that time कि they were only going for PhDs. So तुम 2 साल AI करोगे, but at the end of the day, when you are sitting for your interviews, you don't have relevant experience that they are actually looking for. So these are kinds of, again, sort of market trends, industry norms that you need to be looking at while you are planning this. Again, this is not to discourage anyone from picking up a field, but it would just be nice that you talk to someone who is already doing what you want to be doing, or 2 years, 5 years ahead of you, so that you can not make the mistakes they made. That is basically what it is. Another quick thing is that these foreign universities, they give you a lot of freedom to switch your major, pave your way. My personal inspiration that I found out too late was Dr. Amy Zhang. She was, I think, at CMU or MIT, I'm not sure at this point, but she did her masters, and जो उन्होंने अपने masters research में research findings थे, she joined Microsoft, implemented that for 2 years. You can use that as a feature today in Microsoft Teams. And normally लोग research में चाहिए कहाँ जो impact करो थींदो. But I saw that she had this impact where 2 years after she did research, it was made as a part of the product that everyone, millions of users use right now. And then she went back to complete her PhD. So this is the level of impact you can make if you are really applying yourself well there. So this is kind of what we wanted to say about academic goals and career aspirations. There are some resources such as US News where you can compare university, yocket.com as well. These are things that you guys might know about, but just kind of wanted to put it out there. You can study deeper curriculums. કે ભાઈ બ AI programs અહીં પણ બોય में કેટલો detail में વને था. So the more you know about the professor, faculty and the program, the better decisions you will be able to make. लोग कोई मैसेज नहीं है कि अरे हंजी फी हटली आए कहीं कैलिफोर्निया में आए. श्योर, इफ दोज आर पॉइंटर्स यू वांट टू कंसिडर दोज, पण ही पण एरिया का ब सेम प्रोग्राम में फर्क कते अचे तो. सो दीज आर सम यूनिवर्सिटी सिलेक्शन पॉइंटर्स फॉर एनीवन हु इज एट दैट स्टेज. Another thing, again, something a lot of people don't know about, still हाणे खासी अड़ी information मणी के वहती, but about research and scholarships, interdisciplinary programs are very much sort of preferred. અને majorly મૂકે અને he mentioned kind of things like graduate research assistantships, GRAs and GTAs. He आके अंजो stipend दींदा when you are working, and you will also potentially get a tuition waiver if you get selected as a GRA or a GTA. हाणे ही आके मल्दो कड़ीते. The point, and this is where I say even folks who have gotten their visas, अगर इन लोग को ही process हजी सुधी न क्या हुआ, now is your time. અહીં અંજે યુનિવર્સિટી જે પ્રોફેસર્સ કે કોન્ટેક્ટ કર્યો, I am an incoming student for so and so program coming in fall. These are my interests, this is my profile. I am very excited by some of your research projects. I would like to collaborate with you. आके फ्री में कोई फंडिंग नहीं डाल, कैसे लोग को शॉर्ट हैंड में फंडिंग चाहिए, पण आके फ्री में कोई भी फंडिंग नहीं डे. नॉर्मली हाउ दैट वर्क्स इज यू वर्क वॉलंटरी बेसिस पे फॉर 1 semester. અને કોઈ generally second sem onwards આકે કોઈ પણ professor easily sponsor કરી લાઈંદો for a GRA or a GTA. That way you can also gain experience while being enrolled in a program. So અહીં ભણવા પડતા પણ અહીં આજે resume તે points add કરી શકો હતા. At the same time, you can network and make contacts with certain PhDs and professors who are working in your field. It will get you LORs for the future. And in case someone is research inclined, a GRA is like a research assistantship. It will give you a taste of PhD kind of I agar, but PhD la commit na kind of. This is a good trailer of what to expect. Similarly, agar koi undergraduate programs consider kind of hai, so J1 visa, which is a 6 month stint, can be a good taste of what your masters will be like. So again, there are these short trailers to figure out how your research journey will look like. Since I'm from Virginia Tech, who did a master's research, I just wanted to make everyone consider PhD for a second. Uh, but I think that is about it in terms of the applications. Oh, yep, Pooja.
So
Just,
I do see we have, sorry.
just a minute, Pooja, before we go ahead. See, we want to make this very interactive, students and parents. So any student who has any recent information or experience, which you think will help us also, and the students and parents connected here, I think you should share it and don't hesitate. It's not that we know more than you. It's just that we are sharing what experience or information we have. If you have something more recent, you can also share it with others. So please keep it open. Any questions so far on what Viral has spoken on? You can just raise hands or unmute directly and ask or comment or say whatever you want to. Okay, if there is no one, I think Pooja, you can go ahead. I hope that is enabled that they can. Jaisal said all good. What about the others? Can you put it on the chat? Is everything going okay right so far? Just write one if everything is going okay.
So
Nice. So Pooja, you can go ahead. I think many of them have.
yeah, so, yeah, no, I'm just adding to what Viral is saying. I'm a not engineering background person. I'm a therapist by trade. I am in the medical world, and I did see we have four physiotherapists in making. A couple going to UK, one going to Australia. So if you've not done your research and you're looking for information, masters with physical therapy in United States is not an option, because United States has deemed every physiotherapist to be a PhD to practice physiotherapy in United States. So that is a very big factor that you need to keep in mind. Also, unlike UK and Australia, and correct me girls because I am not that versed, but of course I know the information, but the bar exams for US are much different for physiotherapy than the bar exam for Australia or UK or even Canada. They're very different. So when you're starting your process, you need to know that information, because trust me, that will change a lot of planning and dynamics for you personally. So અને બડા PhD programs offer કહીએ તા US વાળા. I don't know કે નતા offer કહીએ, but it is a PhD program that you're looking for. I do know a few people who've done US ला करने kinesiology and then practice physiotherapy में in a different style, but it's not straight out MPT, if that's what you're talking about or looking for.
Yeah, Pooja, I think you, why were you discriminating? I don't know. You said girls. Boys also do physiotherapy.
ના ના નાલે में बड़े छोकरियों आई जे 5 में लखेलो ऐसे.
नहीं है ना, बहुत सारे बॉयज भी हैं. So it doesn't
अरे
matter.
yeah,
It is
no, Elijah, I was talking about the girls who are
lighter,
going.
this is on the lighter side. Okay, fine, go ahead.
Okay, so circling back to what Viral said, for GRAs and GTAs, I would say not necessarily it always starts from your second semester. So it has been a personal experience. One of my close friend, he contacted every other professor he could find on LinkedIn, and he had prepared a script for everyone. But he was genuinely to research. He used to research all the professors and say that, okay, I have done this research on this research paper, and I would like to be your assistant rather than collaborating on work. So that's how, before coming to US, before getting into admit, his professor recommended him and he was invited for the admission. He did not apply, did not give GRE or any exam. With scholarship he entered, and he was given a GA from semester one. So he was basically a graduate assistant to a professor. So you can start. Okay, he did not get a tuition waiver that only comes with GRAs and GTs, but you can start earning from semester one if you are well research with your professor, you have good links to him, and if you can connect with him beforehand and explain your cause or explain your study to him, he might keep you as an assistant. He or she might keep you as an assistant, and that can be a good start on a resume that you were right up about. So make sure that you do research on LinkedIn to find your professors, which courses you are particularly interested in, because there is a chance that you might already have your schedule in your hand, So that's how you can start working there.
Yeah, I'd just like to add to what Aditya said. Generally, we do say this in every session, but we do this cautious creation a little at the end. However, since Aditya has raised it, I think it's a very valuable point that he's mentioned. To be cautious of, I won't even call them consultants. Uh, they are more, you can say, uh, I mean, how are they consultants? They are more agents of the universities, where what happens is that they are selling the seats to you. You may not be the purchaser. What I'm trying to say is the transaction may not be between you and the uh, agent. The university is paying them for every student they bring. So you have to be careful if somebody is giving you free counseling, what you're calling it as counseling. It is actually what they're doing is they're selling these seats in India and earning the money by sending you there. You are feeling very happy that I don't have to pay anything. I'm getting free guidance. I don't have to do anything for my admission. They're filling my admission form. I don't have to write the SOP. They're writing the SOP also for me. You're very happy about it because you don't have to do anything. And that's the way you're looking at life at that time. But let me tell you that once you've gone there, you would realize where you landed. And it would be too late for it. So we would always say that be careful, be cautious about all these agents who are trying to sell. They have these sessions in five-star hotels, four-star hotels, and big, huge air-conditioned, well-furnished rooms. The ambience takes you for a ride, and you think you already landed into the foreign country. They make you feel that. But I think Aditya has brought in a very, very important point. Be cautious and do your own research. There are so many ways of doing your own research. And we
Yeah.
are also available. We are also helping you out. And we have this entire band of alumni. These are not the only ones also. Today you are seeing 4, but we have more than 4,000 alumni whom we are connected to. And whenever, depending on the kind of question or concern that you have, we can always connect you there. And we are there to guide you. So it's not about admission form and SOP. We guide for that also. We help you in that also. We don't write it for you. We don't fill the form for you. But we
So
empower you to do your own work. So
Um,
we help you in your research. That's what I wanted to say. I thought, it is important that this is addressed at this time while we are, discussing it, and when Adit has brought in a very important point. Thank you,
um,
Adit.
so મૂકે બી હનમે એક્સપિરિયન્સ એટલે ફ્રેન્ડ થ્રુ થયો હોય એ લોકો undergrad la they don't send you to uni, they tell you that you go to a community college, it's a cheaper way to enter US. But who community college, where is it located, how far will the housing be from that? And these undergrad kids are yet only 18, and in India mein we spoon feed, right, our kids. So haji hatra mature na hai, chalo by experience or by age also, if we say the it is very essential, yes, to be very cautious. કારણ કે પાકે હોડા જો geography નાય ખબર હું સ્કૂલ કડા હુંદી અને અની જો રેજો કડા હુંદો, plus weather plays a very important role. So yeah, please decide, અને બહુ important આ ही figure out કરે જો.
અને ખાલી બ ચીજું હન પોઈન્ટ તે સો જો કોઈ એજન્ટ્સ અહીં કાઉન્સલિંગ એજન્ટ્સ અહીં હનીલા કહીને અહીં લોકો ખાલી એકડો સ્ટેટિસ્ટિક આવ્યો સો લેટ સે જ્યારે બી પા અપ્લાય કર્યું ને પા સેફ મોડરેટ અને એમ્બિશિયસ જે બકેટ્સમાં યુનિવર્સિટીઝ અપ્લાય કહીંदा हूँ था गिवन योर प्रोफाइल चांसेस आर का आके एम्बिशियस
Well,
यूनिवर्सिटी में हाँ
Viral, can you continue in English because there are 2,
yes
3
sure
students who
sure
are not KVO,
okay
but they want help, so they are
Sure,
there.
sure. So what I'm saying is we might be applying in the buckets of safe, moderate, and ambitious universities. And your profile might be on the boundary, like you are not sure if will this ambitious university give me an admit or not. If you are going through an agent, they want you to get in so that you become a statistic for them कि मैंने 200 नहीं 201 बच्चों को भेजा. So they will try to push you in the moderate ones, but अगर तुम अपने आप से SOPs research कर रहे हो, you might just get into an ambitious one as well, which they will never recommend to you, and who you never know that could be your dream university. So that is one point.
I just wanted to add something different here. In the US, everything is negotiable. That one thing one should keep it in mind, that you can be in one-on-one with professors, talk to them, and steer them towards your decision. So you should be really good at communicating, presenting your point of view, and try to get achieve what you really want to achieve. You can steer them. Steering is the right word I use to make sure that you appreciate it. And you can, like somebody said, that you can get a student ship in the first semester also, because you have to know then who professors you are going to, what he has done. If you have done your research, you can even sometime pick up the phone and talk to them too after sending them a email or something. So that's very important. From US is a very good as far as one-to-one, and they have a lot of authority to make a decisions, which we are normally not exposed to in India.
I think
Okay.
what Lax Kenya is mentioning, Lax Uncle is mentioning, is regarding student scholarships. So when you are getting your scholarships, you can negotiate and get more, is what he's trying to say. And first of all, to get it, also you can negotiate, and to get more, also you can negotiate.
Yep.
And also on the same topic, it's not written in stone. आपको आज अगर मिला है scholarship, and you think, okay, I got it for 2 semesters and it's done. No, third semester, you can always bring the conversation back. ऐसा कोई rule नहीं है कि I got it once, so I am done and dusted. या ऐसा कोई rule नहीं है कि I wanted example के लिए CS का ये subject, but IS is offering it and I want it and I don't know if my scholarship. Everything is possible, and this is actually not just true for US. It's also true for Canada. It's also true for Australia. UK, I don't know, but educational flexibility that Viral is talking about, the ability to ask for grants. They are looking for bright kids. They are looking, they want people who will, who are sponges, who will take everything that they're offering. So if you are that person who knows, who can, take more, do ask more. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Yep.
Yeah,
Great,
basically,
good.
you are the source of revenue for them. Remember that, for that country. So US also wants Indians.
Mhm.
So you are also having an upper hand. It's not that you are going there because you are less. You are not less. You're going there for a different exposure, but you can always negotiate and get your best.
Also, while like this has been, it's a very funny story, but this has happened. Make sure you are good with your full forms. You know what your college full forms are, because there are multiple MITs in US, and not everyone is Massachusetts in like the main university. There are Michigan, Minnesota, uh, Mississippi. I don't know what all are there. But student get, oh, मेरा MIT में admission हो गया, and that MIT is not the actual MIT, and they end up getting stuck somewhere else. I've seen that happening. I've worked in US law firms. I know what is going on there. Please make sure that the actual university letters are there with you.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mhm.
So thanks, Adit, for opening up a nice discussion, and hope all of you will continue to do that.
I think Pooja, Amisha, you guys.
Amisha, you want to start with the whole baggage piece and then I'll take
Yeah.
it there from here.
Yeah. So, so once you are ready to fly, just check your airlines. How many bags are they allowing? How many kgs are they allowing? And you may want to buy extra bag because you'll always be short of weight. So just check how much do they charge for that. If you don't want the third bag, because you feel that, okay, my kid will, when we land in the overseas land, how will you handle 3 bags? So for that matter, you can always courier the extra, weight that you have, extra stuff that you have. So first of all, you may want to pack some utensils like our small cooker, and for the initial days you may want to pack like a dish and the basic stuff, the basic grocery like the spices or everything you may want to pack. Just check to the country that you are flying, what all things are not allowed. So that is very important. Like in US, you can't carry rice and all the seeds and all that. To Australia, I guess you can't carry a mango and ghee or some things like that. So please make sure to see what all things are not allowed in the check-in or the hand baggage. So that's very important. Just make a note in what bags you filled what all things, so that in case your one bag doesn't come, you know that what was there in that bag. And you may want to divide your things, your clothes and everything. Don't just pack in one bag. You may want to use your clothes for wrapping things up. So you divide your clothes equally in all the bags. So you will need a Forex card. Keep some extra cash with you. You may have to give tip to the person if they help you with your bags when you land there. In the transit, say if you want to have coffee or eat something, then you may want to use some cash. So keep some cash, keep a Forex card with you. That will be helpful. And once you get a good haircut is pretty expensive in US. So get a good haircut before you go there. Do your dental checkups. Don't delay your doctor's appointment. Get your vaccines. Just check your uni may require, certain, they might give you a list of vaccines that you need to take. So just check that and make that doctor's visit. So on Amazon, you do get vacuum bags. You may want to fill your clothes in those vacuum bags so that everything is compressed. You have more space in the bag. The just check the weather where you are going to go. If it's heavy winter, then you may need a heavy jacket. The jacket, you may want to wear it, right? When you go from here, from India, I know it's very hot here, but you may want to wear it because you can't keep that inside. It will occupy the space. So, and then just when you go in the plane, you can just keep that jacket in the overhead compartment, right? So that will save some space for you. Or you may want to buy your shoes and heavy jackets from the overseas land wherever you are landing. So that will save some space in your bag. So that's about it. And if you have any questions, do let me know.
Yeah, there are some on the chat. If you wish to take them, you can.
Yeah, I did take that one for you, Misha.
So I had a couple.
Usually, if you're wise, 2 bags, yeah, but you may want to send, sufficient for check-in baggage or more required, 46 kg. But when you start packing, so if you're flying in a month's time, I would suggest keep a shelf in your cupboard just to gather things that you are going to require there. Then once the things are placed at one corner of your house, it's easier to pack. Then everything is ready. Then whenever your visa comes or your tickets are booked and you are nearing those days, it's very easy, or it becomes very easy for you to then just pack, and then you don't have to run around to get things from outside. So just you need to plan ahead. Make sure you have your medicines, because the over the counter, limited things are available, and then you may require prescription for certain medicines, and it's very hard to get the prescriptions there. So plan everything and keep things ready in a corner, and then you just have to basically fill your bags.
Viral, you were saying something?
Yeah, just a couple of things. So for the 46 kg question, it should be enough. 2 into 23 should be enough. But I think Qatar Airways has a thing. At least, again, this could be outdated, so check it once before booking. But Qatar, I think if you have a student visa, it will give you 3 bags of 23 kgs. So that might be an option to consider.
I I think no longer.
Okay,
So
fair.
you need to check. Yeah.
Check it. Yeah.
Earlier Emirates used to have 3 bags, but now even they have stopped. And you may want to check the airlines, which is the best airline, because don't go for the cheaper ones. As a student, say your kid is flying alone, you may want to spend little more on a good airline. Make sure the airlines has good reviews, because sometimes like Lufthansa, a few years back, they had this the baggage was not getting delivered, or not getting on time. So just check the latest news about the airlines too.
So
Yeah, I think
Saloni just mentioned
yeah.
that Virgin Atlantic allows 3 bags if you have
But
a student visa.
still check it while booking.
Yeah.
Because things
So
change overnight also. So
exactly. With the war, things keep changing.
yeah, so just keep a watch on whatever you're doing.
Sorry, one heads up. People don't usually consider this flight, but I was lucky. I got it because it was cheap. But try getting flight on ANA. It's a Japanese airlines. Amazingly convenient, amazing comfortable. But it's just that it takes couple of hours extra because it comes from Tokyo to around. So you usually enter US through West Coast rather than going through East Coast. It's a good website. Can you please? It's a good flight. You can check it.
Even
So
Singapore Airlines recent experience is also good. It takes longer, but that's also good. So you all can explore different. That will keep changing. So you keep
yeah.
updating yourself.
So just speaking from a perspective of somebody who's going to receive you in US, think about the time you actually land in US. Because if I am your host family and I'm going to come pick you and you come at 11 in the night, I'll be kind and I'll come, but I'm not happy. Just saying. So,
And
of
Pooja,
course,
one second. Pooja will still not with unkindness also she will still come. But there would be
no,
some
thank you
hosts,
so much.
there would be some hosts who will just not be there. So
Yeah. So just like, I know this every topic is very important, but I would rather talk about more things.
just
Yeah.
one second, Pooja. See, one thing is that the Cojain host system that is there is created over the years, and it is very people oriented. So every host again is different. So although there's going to be some sharing about the host family, it's not a constitution that everything of whatever is going to be said will be followed. If we are going to be a little human and be sensitive, we can also see what to expect from the other side. So the Cojain has been it's been a nice system, a very helpful system for students who go, and we are working on it every year. But I would also say that the students also need to be mindful about the whole thing. So yeah, go ahead.
So, Viral, do me a small favor. Go to the next slide and I'll come back here again.
Mhm.
So, a lot of information. You read while I'm talking. You don't read, doesn't matter. Remember to stay in touch with people who matter to you the most once you get there. And that should be your parents, your siblings, your friends, your cousins, whoever are important. Because US is or even any other country, every country is very attractive because it's not your country. It's new, but it's very easy to feel alone. In the initial days, it feels amazing and wow, but the wowness starts going away. So get into the habit of keeping your family informed, stay in touch with them. A very important thing to do is when you get there, I'll come back to the host family and everything a little later, but when you get there, ensure your documents are always safe with you. Once you have your own place, keep them at a spot which, even your roommates can easily access, and get it for you should you need it when you're not in the house. But keep them all safe and together. um, Essentials that you need to do once you land: go to your university, whichever country you live in, meet with the student body organization that handles international affairs. So in US, it's a very common thing. In other countries, it's a little not so popular, but it exists. So meet your international student body, register yourself. You know, it sometimes we meet very extrovert people, sometimes we meet introvert people. I think the best way to survive is you have to become extrovert. You need to walk up to somebody and be like, "Hi, I'm Viral. I'm from India. This is what I do." And trust me, you will feel more people appreciate you and value you when you go to other countries. People will be more warm, more open. Doesn't mean you will never have a sour experience. You may have a sour experience, but overall, any part of the world you go to, if you are willing to be warm and open, you will get warmth and openness in return. So try to bring that on the, like, that should be like your first mantra of the day, is that I have to find one new person to talk to today, even if it's in the train, doesn't matter, even if it's on a bus. um Another thing is that most of the sorry.
Yeah, even if that one person is not an Indian.
Yes, that's what I was trying to. Sorry, yes. Yeah, and coming back to my topic is health right now in my head. I'm sorry, I'm stuck. I'll come back to Ilanti's point. But health is so important. So, what Amisha said, make sure you get your entire thorough dental checkup before you go to any international country. Because I find, I am not a doctor who can give you medicine, but I find my friends calling me, तेरे पास कुछ भी दवा है जिससे दांत का दर्द कम हो जाएगा. And दांत का दर्द is brutal. It aggravates because of the flight. It aggravates in the cold weather. It aggravates on a rainy day. So make sure your dental care, at least for the next 1 year, to your best knowledge, is taken care of. Of course, you can't predict what happens with your tooth later.
So if you still have it, you can just take a clove between your teeth. Loving.
Yes, club. Yes. Lavang लो, उससे दर्द कम होगा. But those are very important things. If you're carrying medicine, so remember in US, 90% of the prescription medicines are also tossed away if your officers are not in a good mood. So your prescribed medicine, ensure you have it. I know people are used to taking Dolo. You need a prescription for Dolo also. Okay, this is for this, and you can write on top of it that this is my travel medicine in case of emergency, but it should have a proper letterhead of a doctor and a signature and all the details of each medicine with the dosage. So recently a kid came to US and the medicine was thrown away, anxiety medicine, because it was an as needed medicine. It did not have 101 wala jo hota na, morning mein lena hai, raat mein lena hai wala logic. So even for that emergency time, it should have a dosage kab kitna lena hai, because let's be honest, we all have different type of issues. Motion sickness hai, you should have that prescription pay written. And I'm sorry, I love my doctor a lot and I love the puriki that he gives me, which has all the medicine with beautiful colors in it. But please go for drugs that can be read. They can identify what is in it, like the strips is what I'm talking about. So don't take loose medicine, take proper prescribed medicines only. If you have chashma, make sure you're taking one, not two, not maybe three pairs of chashma with yourself. God knows why chashma break there a lot. I don't have a reason why. Sometimes you sleep on it, sometimes it falls somewhere. I don't know why, but the chashma breaks. Now the chashma alone is not the problem, the lens is the problem. So make sure you have your lens ka number also handy. And another good thing is, if you don't tend to brush your teeth at night, please start developing that habit today so you have a safer tomorrow. This is my preventive 2 cents. Your most of your universities offer you a insurance package that comes in your in US we call it an I-20. I don't know what other schools call it, but there is like a form which tells you basic costs, and it should have your health insurance ka information. So if you are bound to take your university ka health insurance, it covers a lot. It covers you one dental exam for free in a year. It will cover maybe two, maybe four therapy sessions, like when you feel lonely, when you're having a rough day, you have some form of anxiety, whatever that may be, homesickness. Use anything that you're getting for free. This is what I learned from US. If you're getting it for free, it does not mean you give it up. It is not going to make you a smaller person. Try it, explore it, and bail out on it. But explore it. Do not miss your free opportunities, because healthcare can be very expensive in US. And if it is in Canada and if it is in UK, it's not expensive, but it's a very long line. So if you want the quick, prompt, amazing Indian experience of healthcare, you're not going to get it anywhere in the world. So prepare yourself for all those things. And
I would like to chime in for the glasses.
sure.
So,
Oh, gym fees. Sorry. Oh, Viral, तूने लिखा है.
yeah,
Sorry,
हाँ मैंने
Samaj.
लिखा लेकिन पुनांग बोल रहा था सॉरी हाँ
yeah, for folks with glasses or without the glasses, and if you think you're expecting your eyes numbers have changed, I have had this personally. So around my final semester, around March ending April beginning, I started to see the screen very like dizzily. I was not able to see my screen properly, so I thought, okay, I think I should get my eye tested for number. Uh, I went to one of the eye store and glasses store, and I found out that the earliest appointment just to check the number is July. I had my exams in May. I asked my university to fast track me up so that I can give my exams properly. So earliest they could do for me, and again telling you my exam was in May. My date I still remember it. 28th June was my fast track just to check my numbers. So make sure if you get glasses or something like that, keep a handy half a number or more number with you, just in case you might require if you feel your number is changing somewhere, because appointments are very brutal there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that also means that make sure you always have health insurance because it is so expensive everywhere that you don't want to get ripped for no reason. And another thing, when you want to go back to that pehle wala first week in US wala slide. So first week mein you're going to go meet your university ka visa office, like your international office. You're going to ensure that your fees is paid off for that semester and you have a receipt, or if you don't need a receipt, it's somewhere email wise available for you. Your health. So this is a rule. No matter where you live in this world, make sure you know where to get your basic milk from, because that is survival, and where you get your first medicine from. So in US, the common names are Walmart, and I don't know even know it. Walgreens, Walmart,
CVS
CVS. Those are your like basic names. Similarly, in other countries, there are other options. So make sure you know your medicine kahan milega, and the doctor's office. And all universities have their own infirmary who can attend you for your basic shardi khashi ye wo one X-ray kind of access. Now the first thing that you would do on day 2, आज लैंड किए कल सुबह, फर्स्ट थिंग यू विल डू इज यू ओपन योर बैंक अकाउंट. जितना भी पैसा फॉरेक्स से आया है, आपकी बैंक फ्री में आपके लिए वो ट्रांसफर करेगी. इफ दे डोंट डू इट, यू पुट योर फुट डाउन. It is a rule which is part of India-US treaty. So I'm assuming other countries will have a different rule. I'm sure Veeral can speak more. Go ahead.
So I had a very fun experience on this one. तो बैंक अकाउंट भी खुल गया था बट व्हाट आई यूज्ड टू डू इज यूज द फॉरेक्स कार्ड टू मूव मनी फ्रॉम इंडिया टू यूएस विच आई यूज्ड टू पे माय फीस नाउ यूएस से सॉरी इंडिया से पैसा निकल गया था डैड हैड ऑलरेडी मेड द ट्रांसफर सो इट वाज इन माय फॉरेक्स कार्ड बट मुझे फॉरेक्स से वापस बैंक में ट्रांसफर करने के लिए और एक दिन लगता एंड द डेडलाइन वाज ऑलरेडी हियर टू पे माय फीस which would prevent me from registering for classes. Now in this situation, I'm like, I called the university. I have some amount, so I can't pay the full semester ka fee. Can I do it in quarters or something? They're like, that is a different process. We are not sure if you can do that in a day. And if you don't do it, you will not be able to register for classes until you do that. And हर situation में कोई भी क्या करेगा? एंड इवन द ट्यूशन फी फॉर वन सेमेस्टर इज सो मच कि तुम होस्ट फैमिली से भी कैसे बोलो कि भाई इतना है मेरे को भर के दो सो देर वॉज नो वे आउट डोंट डू वट आई डिड बट आई डिड सम जुगाड़ आओ एक काम करता हूँ मैं चेक लिखता हूँ क्योंकि मैं चेक लिखूंगा वो लोग इंस्टेंटली तो कैश करेंगे नहीं फ्राइडे 5 PM वॉज द डेडलाइन फ्राइडे 4:45 को मैं यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफिस के बाहर खड़ा था 4:45 4:50 हुआ आई एंटर्ड एज लाइक हियर इज माई फी पेमेंट हियर इज माई चेक प्लीज टेक दिस उन लोग ने चेक लिया आई न्यू दे विल नॉट क्लियर इट अंटिल मंडे मैं बच गया बट यस ऑन द सेकेंड डे मेक योर बैंक अकाउंट यस
Yes, make your bank account, and almost all banks offer you a student offer. It's not about the student offer, but there are catches. Like, your age limit allows you to have a maintenance free bank account. Some banks will give you like a starting $100 bonus if you open a bank account, anything. So look for your student offers. Talk to all your, KVO, non-KVO, white, brown, whatever type of friends you have there who you meet on streets, because they will be a bigger resource than any book that is out there. So talk to more people, find this information. Also, make sure once you know where you are, like, abhi mujhe pata chal gaya, I'm going to stay here. This is my route. I'm sorry, I sound like an annoying mom, but let your parents know your locations so they can track you. No one wants to track you. Trust me, I don't want to track my child, but they can track you so they know where exactly you are. Should you be in any emergency, how can they send help to you? And connect with your seniors. Know your neighborhood. When I say know your neighborhood, don't walk at 10 o'clock at night, please. If no place in this world is like Bombay, which is safe, and I'm saying this with a whole heart. Every place is good, but no place is as safe as Mumbai at 2 in the morning. Go in a group, explore the place, jao, dekho how the location is, how do you travel around. Do those things in your first 1 week. You you are there to find a job, you're there to work, you're there to, make a career, you're there to study. But most importantly, you're there to become you. So use it to your fullest so you can become this amazing version of yourself that when you look back on yourself, you can actually tell yourself, I have grown and I have given back to myself. You will give back to everybody, but you have to first give it back to yourself. So use this opportunity, make friends left, right, center because they will be your survival. So do that. Please do that. For people who are going to US, and this is actually true for all countries, if there is a church around you, if there is a missionary office around you, if there is a chapel around you, they give away free goodies. Don't want to take it, don't take it. But if you want to get a free furniture, you want to get a free fan, you want to get something free because you don't want to spend all your resources in the first 2 weeks, in buying this so-called luxury you want around you, you go and you take it from those people. If you think you don't need it, you return it back. When you are ready to buy something for yourself, you can recycle it, give it back to them, so somebody else takes the benefit from it. So it's always, remember that, and I always goof up saying it, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. That goes a long way. So you find something you don't need it, but you know कि यूनिवर्सिटी में इस बंदे ने इसके बारे में बात किया था. So remind them, I saw this, I don't want it, do you want it? I can hold it for you. Sorry, Amisha, you were saying something.
So in August month, they know, right, that students move in. So a lot of garage sales and these things come up. So please make use of those things and again go in group and get a chest of drawers or fan, or you will need those things. You are not going to buy these things, but of course it's a hand-me-down things that you are going to use, sleeping bags and sorts of things. You may want to carry a small, probably a bed sheet or something like that, but eventually you'll have to buy your bedding from that place. So all those things, frame you can probably buy from garage sales. So look out for these garage sales and flea market and stuff like that. August September में वहां पे ये होता ही है. And
So
Facebook
we have a message which
market,
says alley hunting.
हाँ, फेसबुक मार्केट प्लेस, फेसबुक
Yes.
ग्रुप्स में भी ये सब बहुत कुछ मिल जाएगा. Yes.
So alley hunting is very popular. Alley is like that little rasta that you have between the two buildings. Wahan pe there are things for free. You just take it. My 2 cents, because I lived in Boston, and Boston is a different beast than the rest of the US. There is a problem of what we call is what is bed bug, whatever it is called in Hindi, I don't know, but that bed bug thing is real. So go
Konji.
for plastic.
Konji.
Katmal, yes. Tonji, yes. So go for plastic and go for metal. If you see wood, even if it is the bestest looking thing, take it at your own risk. So, but do these things. This will help you a lot. It will help you make new friends. Trust me, you'll make friends like no man's business. Also with food. So, of course, most of the people, I'm assuming.
1 second, Pooja. Let me just acknowledge the presence of Mehul. I just saw him because of the chat message that he sent. Pooja's husband, who's also lived in the US and who will also be guiding y'all in between wherever needed.
Thank you. So, coming back to grocery shopping, which is food. So, I'm assuming most of the people on the chat are vegetarians. So, no meat, no fish, no eggs is very easy. But when you look at your ingredients, there are things that you need to be mindful of. If I start talking about that, I'm a strict Jain. It will be a long day. So I won't talk about it, but research on each product you buy, that is it really vegetarian, or if you don't understand the product, look it up, research it before you consume it. If you are like some of my friends who are Jain but are okay with blinders, then that's okay too. But be well informed that this is what I'm doing. And now I'm going to talk about the host families, because I am one very proud of my 26 kids that I have, these are my children. Never going to change that fact. So your host family is as good as having your own family in another country. Make sure you are communicating with them. Make sure they know where you are, what you do, even before you started. Like, a small chat or a video call or an email goes a long way. They feel appreciated, they feel known. And that also kind of like breaks the ice because you shared some information. So when they come to receive you at the airport, or when they send a ride for you, or there is some other jugaad that is helping you out from the airport to their home, you are not feeling like I'm walking into a stranger's house. If you are able, and if they are open enough that they can talk to your parent, let them talk to your parent once you get there. So even your parent feels very good that, okay, my child is at a safer place, and they are at ease. Your host family is your guide. Your host family is someone who can provide you emotional support. Your host family is someone um, who is going to help you uh, give cultural insights because they've lived there, or even if they've lived there for 2 years, they will have more exposure than what you do in day one. So they are your people who will give you that cultural insight. They are the people who will help you uh, on an unexpected event, or on an unplanned time. But remember, they are not your 24 by 7, like ये हो गया मेरे को रात को 2 बजे. No, you have to analyze what is urgent. The host family is like that angel that is there in your life. आप चाहे जब उनको रब कर सकते हो, you can use the wand and get the wish you want, but treat them with a little bit of independence so that you can make the max of your relationship, because you're going to be with them for 2 weeks, maybe 2 days, maybe 4 weeks. After that, you move on and they move on in their life. After that, if you stay in touch with them and they stay in touch with you, you will build a family with them for the rest of your life, no matter what part of the world you live in. And they will always be able to give you the support and the resource that you're looking for. So look at your host families as an extended version of friends, as an extended version of your family. You're lucky you get a 22-year-old host family. You're lucky you get somebody who is in their 50s and is your host family. And they are looking to learn from you. So learn from them and let them learn from you as well. So I will definitely say that, Viral, I think I'm missing a point. थोड़ा slide ऊपर नीचे करो ना. नहीं, एक और था. Yes. So I think I've spoken a lot about grow, but I will say, make the most of it, become independent, learn to cook, learn to clean, learn to clean up after yourself. Like, it's not just cleaning and putting the dish in the sink or washing it off. It's also cleaning up the mess you created, putting your vachan is what we call, right, your bedding away, folding your clothes away. Like, be independent in every minuscule thing you can think of. It will make you more responsible, more organized, and it will actually take you a longer way. And learn to be okay to say no. Learn to be okay to be flexible at the same time. So I don't like this doesn't mean you don't do it. I don't drink alcohol, but my roommates are going to drink alcohol. Okay. You drinking alcohol is not going to make me an alcoholic. That is me. This is where you decide where is your no and where is your flexibility. If somebody in your room wants to party till 4 in the morning, let them party till 4 in the morning. You put earplugs and sleep if you want to take a class tomorrow morning early. This is a very small thing to be unhappy with your roommate, because your roommate is your first friend. आपको कुछ भी होगा, your roommate is the first person who will pick up the call or bring you to an emergency room. So try to become BFFs, if not at least cordial with your roommates, because this is a common thing that we realize that after the first year, the roommates change, because you realize everybody's habits. But in reality, it's the same people. Now you like them more, so you're okay with dealing with their crap. So learn to be a little more flexible. And nothing. Okay, I'll give you a simple example. I have a student who first came to me and she brought 4 bags, and not body shaming, but that girl probably did not even weigh 40 kilograms and had more than 120 kilograms of weight on her to bring to my house. And I used to live in a house which had 7 stairs to walk up. When I dropped off out of the car, she just stood there. I'm like, take your bags out. Muthi nahi opda ji, tab wo heavy hai. Okay. I till date mock her. She's my best friend. I till date mock her that she made me carry her 120 kgs 3 stories up. But she was so confident and so relaxed, like she wasn't feeling bad. She's like, I know I can't do it. I'm not even going to like a
जो network में issue है?
feel inferior for nothing. Just like literally, I'm telling you, no, we second judge the way we wear our clothes also. क्या ही जगह ते हम बराबर कपड़ा पहने, अरे बराबर ज पहने है, कोई के फर्क ना तो पे तू गोरो पहने है. So just go out as if you're going to conquer the world. And my last topic for this final social development part is your credit card. So when you go to the bank, your day two, you apply for your debit card because that is easily available the minute you put money. Now, some banks allow you to get something called as a student credit card. If you get a student credit card, it's like, most banks over here in India have FD में पैसा डालोगे तो आपको credit card मिलेगा. On a similar concept, they'll let you put like $100 and they'll get your credit card. Good part about that credit card, if you know how to use a credit card, you are slowly building your credit history. And that credit history, which is your day one, is going to help you reap fruits when you're in year 3 of your international journey. So think wise and talk, and you can ask questions till somebody drops dead. No question is a wrong question. So I've done enough of talking, and I don't know what is the next slide, but I'm going to give it back to Viral now.
1 second. Thank you very much, Pooja, for now at least. And I know you'll continue to talk, but it was very helpful, I'm sure. Just wanted to ask if any one of y'all had any questions in between or any sharing that you want to do, either unmute or put it on the chat. And there is one more. Shubda has posted the link for you to register. So she's doing the spoon feeding for you. So those who have not registered, in spite of getting it so many multiple times through Patrika ads and social media, if you have not registered, please do so. Don't forget to register because from the total number, maybe 50% are registered, 50% aren't. Yeah, you can go ahead now. Who's next?
So one more thing I needed to add. Just before you get out of your house, you need to check your weather. That's very important in US or probably in UK, Australia too. And check the timing of the shops or hotel and everything. बॉम्बे में कैसा है, हम रात को 10 बजे जागते हैं और बोलते हैं चलो खाना खाने चले. US में this is not going to work. Things will be closed. Town sleeps, it's just dead outside. So the Bombay lifestyle is pretty different. So make sure you plan everything in advance, check the timing and check the weather, learn to, wear clothes according to the weather, learn layering in case it's pretty cold in your place.
I think, Amisha, you're next. Oh, sorry, that's Pooja.
Sorry. So I was talking about host family and then I forgot my cues, so I kind of discontinued. But also remember that you cannot swear, and I'm not being fresh right now. Any gali that it's not welcome. Any gali in any form, in any language is not welcome when you are international. In India, we tend to say, oh shit, yaar, ye ho gaya. You are done. That person will never come and talk to you. Because we look at shit as not as a bad word, but it is a bad word. The more, and not trying to tell you don't be yourself, but be a little more polite in the choice of words that you're using, so that people don't get turned off when they're trying to talk to you, so that you don't miss out on building an equation for life. So try to use that. I'm going to read. Mehul says it's important to say please, sorry, and thank you and excuse me. Again, when you sneeze, do not say sorry. When you sneeze, I छक खाया और तेरे से excuse me. आप कोई गलती नहीं कर रहे हो छींक खा के, आप excuse बोल दो. It's okay. It's not something that you did wrong. So these are cultural things you learn, but be open to learning. You will. It's a beautiful journey. You will enjoy it. And how to enjoy the remaining part, Amisha is going to continue.
I know people are going there to study, but we are going to talk a little bit about the social networking that people have built there. Like one is Jaina. This is the organization Jain. There are a lot of Jain centers, and when they say Jain centers, they have Jain temples in more than 70 places in US. Um, and they have different activities. Like in Jaina, you can see on the slide, they have groups, Young Giants of America, they have Young Giants professionals. So what you can do is you can find, or probably your host family can help you get you in on the email list of this Jaina organization, and then they once you are on that email list, or if you follow them on Insta, you will come to know about these the programs that these groups come up with, Young Giants of America or Young Giants professionals. Then there is this Kojain, which is Kachi Oswal community. And so it's a huge community, and they have their Kojain convention once every 2 years. And the one right now in 2026, it's going to happen in July 24, 25, 26 in New Jersey. So they cost, I know, extra, but and the flying part, if you are in different part of the town, then you need to fly or whatever you need to get there, it costs extra. But it's a good way to meet people. And we have a huge community if you are going to Bay Area, California. So, and that's called Kutch Valley. If I have lived there for 2 years, and that community is growing very fast. A lot of jobs there, so a lot of people move to Bay Area. You can reach out to me if you are planning to go there. So take use of these, programs. So Young Giants of America, Young Giants professionals, even Cojain had. So my daughter is in Boston, and she recently went. The northeast part of the US, they had this get together. They rent bunk the house, and they spend the night there, and they do different kind of activities. So you get to meet different people basically. So that's the social part.
Add a little over here, Amisha.
Yeah.
So, for example, she gave the example of the Bay Valley. That is the
Yeah, Kutch Valley. They
Kutch
call
Valley.
that group a Kutch Valley in San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah, the Bay Area. So these are the KVOs in the valley area. So the Kachi Valiants, you can say. One more thing that you will see in some of the groups, the Kachi groups, they are very active, and they may have a trekking group, they may have a cricket group, they may have a football group, they may have a music group, they may have various groups, even even the later ones who are staying back later on. So they may have young youth programs also, and they may also have young moms groups, senior citizen groups. So there are different groups, and each one can choose based on their interest. And as she spoke about, just a minute. So as she spoke about this one day gathering in the Northeast area, that way sometimes they have camps also. So if somebody is interested in camping, walkathons, trekking, then they also have sessions on artificial intelligence or any recent topics or medical or whatever. So if you are part of, some of you may think that it's not important because you're traveling with your friends, and you may not think it is important. But remember that very soon after your graduation or post-graduation, you'll be alone because people move away. They go for their jobs or, further whatever they have plans, or they may return back. So in whatever way it is, it'll be good to keep in touch with the KV groups from now. Because wherever you are, suppose you are in the eastern part of US, and then you are working in the western part, okay, or in the central part or southern part, you will be in touch with the KV groups. And they have a website. The Kojain have a website. They also have all social media groups, Insta, and they are there everywhere. They also, some of them have the LinkedIn, not some, almost everyone has a LinkedIn profile. So there are different ways. They also help you for internships. They may also help you for find one second.
So
They may
Kojain.
also, just one more. They may also help you to find jobs. So there are so many ways in which they would be, supporting you. Because my daughter is in the Bay Area, so I'm able to say that that's one of the very active group. Uh, East part now is hosting this program, and they've started getting active. Initially, they were very active, but it went down. Now again, they've got active. Yes, the same way there are groups in Dublin, Ireland,
Yeah.
and even in Canada. There are also those in London and many other places. So, of course, they may not be as active as what is there in the Bay Area. Bay Area, the Kutch Valley group is very active. They go for Navratri, they will celebrate Diwali, and even for Diwali, there'll be 600 plus KVs coming together. When I say KVs,
Right.
these
Yeah.
are not the Kachi Visa Oswal only. They
No,
would
the KVs they call it is
They would be including the Dasa, they would be including the Visa, there would be
It,
the
yeah,
Vasi.
it's Jain. Yeah, it's Kachi Jain basically. Even though it's a Kachi Valley, it's Kachi Jain people. And just like how Ila Auntie said, Bay Area has Kutch Valley. Other places will have other names. I'm from Mass, so we have Boston Kutchis, which includes 7 states. So between Rhode Island to Maine, if you're in any state, the only Kutchi community that is regionally active over there is is Boston Kutchis, and we have 10 regions, out of which one is from Canada. So even Canada has the same cojoin directory as US. So if you're going to Canada, that will be something that you can access as
right.
well.
So these Kojin, if you are in touch
Revenue,
of these Kojin families, then they host Diwali dinner, they do picnic, so you get to meet, students will get to meet new people. And it feels nice to be surrounded by, Indians during our festivals. So even in Northeastern, just if you talk to your, my daughter studied in Northeastern. So if you talk to your students, पर्यूषण में वहाँ खाना भी आता था, जैन खाना लोग लेकर आते थे. So these Kojain and Jaina people, they do such kind of activities where they bring food, the Paryushan.
Nishadi, sorry, that is not cojoin or Jaina.
Oh, that was the local
It is a
idea.
local Deras are doing it.
Right,
one
I
second.
thought
That is a
that
local
was
Deras
the
doing
Jain
it.
center was doing it, but see, the local groups are also so active. They bring, and then literally they will make students sit on a proper, the whatever एकashna ब्याशना है, तो उस हिसाब से उनको बिठा के अच्छे से प्यार से खाना खिलाते हैं. So that was very nice gesture. Yeah, and this Cojain has also the mentor-mentee program where they will assign you a mentor. So that is also helpful when you are out there searching for jobs and all that.
I'll
So
just like
you
to add a little over here. I was just saying something. So just as you have the Kojain group, you also have the Jaina group. There is for example, you have the North Jaina group, JCNC, North California, or you will have the Eastern California area, so the Western, sorry. So there are different Jaina groups in even in the eastern part of US or in the different parts of the US. So wherever you are, if these Jain groups are there and you're connected with them, even they help you for your placements, internships, festivals, of course, they will help you in different ways. That feeling of togetherness and that you have someone over there is also very strong. And there are many who will also take you to the temples. They'll give you a ride if you're interested in going. Suppose they are traveling every Sunday and someone of you all want to go to the upashrayas or the temples, or you want to go for a Diwali party, then you can make your connect and they will also give you a ride. See, while you're a student, uh, there's a lot of empathy for every student. So you can get a lot of support, like how Pooja's heart dies for students. All the host families, their heart dies for the students. So you'll get a lot of support, but you need to be connected. Suddenly, if there is a calamity or suddenly there is a challenge, it is very difficult to then set up your network. So while you are there, while you are going there, give importance to your network. These are lifelong connects that you make. And this is a family that you have to establish over there while you are there. Otherwise, we are having a lot of, students even coming back within their student time because of depression. They can't cope up with the conditions, they feel lonely, they feel there is no family. So even if they are connected on the video, WhatsApp chatting, but still they feel their family is far away and they get lost. So if you don't want to get lost, if you want to complete the mission of your education, then you continue to be connected with them. That's
Yeah.
very
Yeah, and through this Kojain family, you may find a doctor, like how Pooja gets calls, right? So you may find the medical doctor there, with whom you can, be in touch and message them when required.
I'll just give you an example. The youth who go there, for example, now in the Bay Area where I go for my daughter, they have this youth group. That is the students who are studying and the recent alumni. So even if they want a bed or they want a cupboard or they want whatever they want, they'll post it on the group, or they just want to go for dinner together. They'll post it on the group, and the friends over there or the seniors, they will try to help these fresh students who are going. So just be connected because you will need each other. So I mean, let's go ahead. Let's move ahead on another topic if there is no other
Yeah,
question.
just to wrap networking up, right? Because we're talking about informal networking. Networking is not going to an event and forgetting. Networking is going to an event and actually making a conversation. So next time when you meet them, you go back to that same conversation. And that goes a long way, whether it is getting a job or whether it is finding an apartment or resettling in another universe, like another area, or traveling across countries. It's a lot. Please make use of every network opportunity you get. Sometimes they come with a cost. The Kachi Diwali parties, whether it is in Bay Area, in Houston, in Austin or in Boston, no matter where they are, they might be charging you like some 20, 40 odd bucks. It's okay, pay that price and go, because you will make the most of your dollar in those events because it's a very informal event. So
I
try
also
to go
would
through your
like to add
treks.
one point over here. There are some of the co-joins, who, if they know that you want to join the Diwali party, they may also sponsor you. And one
Yeah.
more thing is they also have the KV also have a sponsorship there. So if you are meritorious and you can apply, or if you really need the help over there, you can apply. Either way, merit or need based, they consider, and whoever is really deserving, they are out to help there also for that also. So just that the Kojain is your extended family there. Don't forget it. Keep that in mind.
All right. Sorry,
And
Vidal, go ahead. Yeah.
just one more minute. Yes, there are some who want to know whether there is someone available in Sydney, Melbourne, Australia. Yes, we do have people. We'll connect you all to. Don't worry, but you have to register so that you are on the group, and you can ask all your queries and questions and all that over there. I also request all of you, see the Patrika ad is there. You will find the LinkedIn Connect in that. But in case, I think I can just request all four of y'all to add your link on the chat also, because some of them are not getting the Patrika. So I don't know, they may have come through someone. So you just add it on the chat here. Okay, go ahead.
Uh, I think
Can we
next
move
up,
ahead?
yep. I think next up, Punang, it is you. You're muted, Punang.
Hello. So I'll start with one thing. Be it any country you are going to, remember that you are an immigrant. You have similar rights, but you don't have same rights. You have similar right when it comes to humanitarian rights, but it's not the same as fundamental rights because are not their you are not their citizen, nor you are their permanent residents. Uh, and US usually works on time. London, being there for work, also works on time. Europe, always known for time. Australians might be late here and there, but usually are on time. People have started in the last 10, 15 years. It has been a joke now, Indian Standard Time, because they know Indians are late everywhere. So I have seen this happening a lot of time. you professors ask you to be there at 1:30 because they know that you would be there by 2. So don't have that impression with your professors. Make sure you respect their time so that they do that to you too. Uh, follow the law, respect the law. Again, तू जानता है मेरा बाप कौन है या whatever Delhi Mumbai thing is not going to work there because neither you know their father nor his father owns the land. Both of you are going to go to jail equally. So, and as an international student in any country you are going to, deporting is a very common factor now. Any small impact on your uh, complaints or anything which can go on your background check can immediately hamper your career, your chance of getting hired for jobs, your chance of even if you get job and everything goes. For example, a startup or someone who bypasses your background check, you are up for a visa. Everything small details, skipping a metro ticket. I'll give you this example for Boston. Boston usually has metro, sorry, has a subway which opens from all the doors. The students I've seen, even I have done it sometimes, enter through the back gate, don't go to the drivers and pay the fare and come back. Avoid doing that. If got caught anytime, you are under hefty fines. A $2 ticket can easily cost you $200 to $300. Please avoid doing that. Plagiarizing, I'll come to at any and any condition, whatever it is there. You have a tight deadline, you are at, worst of your situation, you are ill, whatever. Talk with your professor. Talk with the person I've given the assignment. Sir, ma'am, I cannot submit today. I had these reasons. But do not just copy paste from Chat GPT or Gemini or anywhere. And if caught, I'm telling you, you go for negative credits. You have your transcripts have permanent logos on it. Now, I came to know this recently that certain universities have started deporting students for the same reason. My university did not have this rule. It still doesn't have this, but I recently come to know that students have been deported for doing plagiarism. Don't do that.
We had few cases in the KVO where students were deported back because they were caught in plagiarism. Some were also caught working outside the campus, which was more than the hours required, and they were into some illegal transactions, doing some cash transactions because they were not permitted to work for more number of hours than the required, not permitted to work outside. So if you will get into any of these temptations to earn more so that your family doesn't have to take the responsibility more, let me tell you, don't get into anything that is against the rules of the nation. It is okay in India, you can bribe people and get out of things, but once you're there, it is very tough for you to escape from that. Deporting is one thing, but it can land you up into more trouble also. Without being deported, you can be there and still be in trouble. So just be careful about what is being said right now by Puna. Yes, Puna.
And coming to DUI, driving under influence, you might say that मेरा अल्कोहल कैपेसिटी बहुत है, मैं पी के ड्राइव करता हूँ, 2-3 पैक के बाद मुझे कुछ नहीं होता है. But US and Germans are damn strict about their rules with driving under influence. Can not deport you, you might land in jail for criminal activity. You would be considered as criminal. You will not be deported. You will not be able to continue to school. You will be thrown directly into the jail with just one phone call to the lawyer who may or may not help your case because you have been caught on breath analyzer and your alcohol has been there in your body. So make sure while driving, do not do that. If you plan to drink, enjoy, go out, have some drinks with your friend, Uber back home. Under no circumstances drive. Whatever the emergency is, your friend is vomiting, anything happen, let your friend figure out their own emergency in these situations rather than you putting yourself in danger and getting caught for it. Be inclusive, be respectful, of course. Just don't ram into anyone. People most of the time walk into, use their phones and just keep walking head down, ram into people. Avoid doing that. Know your people who are there. File your taxes on time. Those are like, those university will take care of it. for US, the rules to work under like for working on campus, like you can get your TA jobs, your RA and GA jobs to like research assistant, graduate assistant, and teaching assistants. These are the three jobs you can get right away. Some jobs can be like working as a librarian assistant. You can work for mail room. You can work into. So my first semester there, I was a trek leader. I just went to the gym. I saw there was a trekking club. I asked them if they were looking for an assistant trek leader. They're like, yeah, we are looking for one. I just showed them all the different treks I went to. Uh, got a letter of recommendation from Keval Kapta. He's my very good friend. And just talk, people are kind in US and German. They just love people interacting. They like people who take initiatives. So they just try to give, jobs which usually not tempered to them. But again, make sure that you work the 20 hours. You do not go saying, yeah, I'll work 40 hours, make the rest payment in cash. If caught, again, goes on a demerit points. You cannot get your license, your SSN can be revoked. All the repercussions which can happen is there. The stories are true, those are not rumors. People getting caught are getting caught. Again, coming to food, nothing is as convenient as India. The red and brown, the red markings, nothing is there. You have to read everything on your own. While ordering in the restaurant, please be clear with every wordings you use. No meat, no fish, no meat. Like, even if you are eating in an Indian restaurant, the same cook, same thing. Butter roti might not have eggs, but butter naan do have eggs. Make sure you ask them whether the naan have eggs in them or not. Best thing, go for a, if you are occasionally if you want to have junk food, I would suggest order a vegetable like sabji bar se le lo, get a Haldiram ka naan ka packet, oven it and eat it rather than taking a risk. If you are pure Jain, pure vegetarian, doing that or best go to pure vegan restaurants. That's 100% safe. Only the thing would be a Jain vegan would be a very small bracket to work with. So either go vegan or go Jain. Don't try to do both.
You can just say I'm allergic to egg and this, and once you say you are allergic, then they are pretty careful about things. One more thing, you talked about SSN. So once you get job, you will have to apply for SSN, and SSN is social security number. So that process students will have to do if they get a job, right? Before getting a job, I guess, or after, immediately they have to apply for SSN. And once you start earning, then you have to file your taxes also.
Okay, there are no jugards. No, don't try to contact any senior for the same project. आपका दे दो मुझे मैं submit कर दूंगा. They have every record submitted there. You might get a plagiarism alert saying that okay, this sub project has been submitted already by this student or someone, so you are trying to copy it. Every project submitted is recorded to them 10 years down the line, 15 years down. Anytime you pick up any plagiarism, you can get caught. Again, follow the traffic rules, walk properly, drive properly. They mean it. They, you get tased. Police are brutal there. Uh, Police brutality is true. Racism is true. Make sure you mind your own business. You walk up. If you see anything, don't meddle. Just move on. Police will take care of it. Complete your assignment. Stay healthy. Check food labels.
Okay. Uh, Next up, we have some challenges that we might face during work or finding work in the US. Basically, just one thing to keep in mind: a certain percentage of jobs that you might see online on LinkedIn on all of these job boards, those are only for US citizens. Not everyone is eligible for those. Apart from that, there are some of these numbers to keep in mind. OPT, optional practical training, when you are on these. Okay, by the way, I'm going to give you a lot of numbers and names now. You can take a screenshot or you can note these down, but the best thing to know this, the minute you start your university, start your program, each one has a career counseling center. Especially if you are an international student, like all of us will be, register and contact them, register for their seminar. They will guide you about your OPT, H1B, CPT, all of these things. Not just that, every year they update their slides. So what they will do is, if you are a fall 26 student, they will have these numbers and names and timelines in the 2026-2027 timeline. So they will give you the latest and updated dates. I'm just giving you these things for information. You don't have to remember these ratta right now. But OPT, you can be unemployed for 90 days. So the minute you finish your graduation, you get about 90 days to find a job. Similarly, so that is OPT. If you are lucky enough that your this thing gets picked up for an H1B lottery, then you only have 60 days to find a job. There.
Neeraj,
Hmm.
let me chime in. So legally, so 90 days job period starts from your date of EAD. Like for example, if your graduation date is 21st May and your EAD starts at 30 May, so 90 days starts from 30 May, not your 21st May. And if you are, if you have like now the market is this is a loophole, legal loophole which you can use, and there is no repercussions for that. You have 60 days from your graduation to apply for your EAD. So if you have not secured your job by end of your semester, what you can do is, for example, if your EAD your graduation date is 21, you get your EAD start date 2 months, like 60 days from 21st May. That would be around 21st July, and then you can opt for the 90 days of your OPD unemployment days. So you totally get 150 days to find your job, which is much easier than the 90 days. So that's a legal loophole, but make sure you have that plan. But if you get your job between that 60 days, you cannot start your job till the start of your EAD, like your work permit. EAD would be your work permit. So make sure that if you are in process of getting your job, make sure your EAD date sets accordingly.
Correct. So that is exactly. So, that's why I mentioned sort of delayed graduation or unpaid employment under university professors, advisors, or researchers. These are things people do to fill those 90 days. But as Punang mentioned, you can start your 90 days ka timer itself a little later if you plan wisely. One other thing people do is delay their graduation. So during COVID, when I graduated, a lot of people did this. Ki suppose I'm supposed to graduate in May 2020, May 2020. What a lot of people did is they took an extra summer to finish their thesis, to be working with a advisor, with a professor. That way you get the summer ka 2-3 mahina to delay your graduation. So you delay your work permit EAD card as well. Therefore, when in a time when people were not hiring, this is how people have padded these things. But at the same time, keep in mind, you will have to sort of update your advisor, update your university international services, and at the same time तुमको fee तो भरनी पड़ेगी. So there are a lot of these avenues, and again I'm saying abhi to you guys are still going. So these things will show up in your horizon maybe after a year or something. So just something to be alert about, but don't get stressed about these things. Another thing, and I think the next point is a bit more important for all of y'all, which is when to start job hunting yesterday. Especially for those who have gotten your university admits, who are like in the visa process या जो भी हो, two things you should do is start contacting professors for your RAs and TAs if there are any left. And I'm saying any left because some might have been taken up by PhD students or people who are more proactive. But contact your professors for these things. Another thing is a lot of these professors, I think someone in the chat was asking how to know who is offering RATA and all these things. Generally, if you go to a university website and fall 2026 में कौन से courses offer हो रहे हैं, वहाँ पे professor का नाम भी दिया होगा. This is the professor. You click on that professor. The professor has a personal website. उस personal website पे the professor is telling that currently I'm doing research on XYZ. I'm inviting research assistants for XYZ. There are these open vacant positions in my lab. Or I'm looking for teaching assistants. In the next semester, I will be teaching this course. So there is a lot of information which is not available on the university website, but on the professor ka khud ka website, which changes every sem. Keep these in mind, bookmark them, keep visiting them, see if there are openings, message them. But so that was about RAs and TAs. Now, when to start job hunting or even internship hunting? Yesterday, because this is the mistake I made. When I went to the US, I was from Somaya and I had like severe imposter syndrome because all my peers were from American universities, IITs, BITS and all these things. And I was like, यार मेरा तो resume में कुछ है ही नहीं, कौन मेरे को जॉब देगा? So I was like, okay, internship तो summer में है, so I have 2 sems to prepare and apply. So I was like, I'll take the first sem to build my resume, which is when a lot of my other peers were applying and giving interviews and getting their summer internship offers. I did not get that. I missed out on that. As a result, summer में मैंने internship नहीं की, सबने की. Now, luckily, I was in a research-based university, so I ended up getting an RA in the summer when I contacted my professor कि I have nothing to do for the summer. So money-wise, yeah, experience-wise, it did not matter. But if you think about confidence-wise, I know every one of my classmates has worked at Microsoft, Amazon, you name it. And I have not. Like, by the way, I also went directly after my bachelor's. So this is also something sometimes when we mention कि if you feel in terms of confidence or your skill set, experience लेके जाना भी शायद better रहे, number one. But number two, these things to keep in mind कि the minute you land in the US, start looking for career portals, start contacting your career services for the university. They will also help you format your resume in a American, yeah, European, yeah, Australian friendly manner, which is what the recruiters are generally looking for. Apart from that, one other thing, the number of jobs we apply to, especially in tech, I think the numbers may vary per discipline, is in the hundreds. लोगों की एक्सेल शीट होती है 200 जॉब, 300 जॉब, 400 जॉब पीपल हैव अप्लाइड टू, एंड उन 400 में से 10, 15, 20 का रिस्पॉन्स आया होता है. कचमड़े लोग को a lot of people get disheartened because of this कि यार मैंने 10 जॉब्स अप्लाई की, कोई रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहा. 10 jobs is nothing. If you tell this to people, they will laugh or they will be like, bro, where are you? So these are some realities to keep in mind. The number of jobs we apply to is 100 and you may get a job through some unpredictable channel. सबका स्टोरी डिफरेंट है एंड एवरीथिंग दैट आई हैव मेंशनड हियर, आई नो समवन हु हैज गॉटन अ जॉब थ्रू वन ऑफ दीज. किसी को प्रोफेसर के थ्रू जॉब मिली, किसी को फ्रेंड के थ्रू रेफरल मिल के जॉब मिली, किसी का फैमिली में कुछ रेफरल लग गया, किसी का अंकल वाज लाइक अरे वन के ओढ़ा तोड़े तो जी रेज्यूमे हलाइया तो एंड दे हैड एन ओपन पोजीशन तो जॉब मिल गया. समवन गॉट अ जॉब थ्रू अ जिम पार्टनर. वो यूएस यूनिवर्सिटी में जिम पार्टनर के साथ में दे वर लाइक आई एम लुकिंग फॉर अ जॉब, आई डोंट, इफ आई डोंट आई विल हैव टू लीव द कंट्री, and they're like, oh, hey, why don't you apply this? And then they got a job. So you don't know where your job offer will come from. Network like crazy during this time. Also, it will help you for your mental health. Ki if you are just on LinkedIn, you will also get depressed after a point. So the more avenues you are exploring, the more open roads you have for your own self. So these are some employment related challenges.
I
Another
think
thing.
Mehul wanted to add something.
Mhm.
Yes. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So one thing I would also like to add with my experience is like, uh, don't go with the logic that you only want to work for Fang or Mang. That is the wrong logic people go with. Whether it's Facebook, Meta, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Tesla, no, Netflix. There are a lot of other 100 companies which also offer you good roles, money-wise, career-wise, learning-wise. So be focused on also applying to those companies because you will learn a lot in those companies versus Mang and Fang because they are very process bounded because of such a giant companies. That is one thing. Second thing is you need to be proactive from day one. At least in the IT field, I've seen there are a lot of skill sets keeps coming. Every day there are new tools coming out. And obviously no university in this world is going to teach you everything. So you need to be focused based on your domain, that you need to be proactive on learning few tools. And there are a lot of free courses available, Udemy, YouTube, paid, unpaid. Go and learn it by yourself. Second is reference. Build your network. Getting a job from a reference is higher than applying by yourself. So connect with your friends, seniors, ex-colleagues, professors, Jain community. And trust me, I may be over exaggerating by saying this sentence, but in US, there is at least one Kutch in every company. So try to connect with all of them. And one more thing, like, even after graduating, the studying doesn't stop. There is so many things coming with AI, non-AI, a lot of tools, health domain, legal, uh, IT, non-IT. There's so many new things coming. So the learning is never going to stop. You have to study even after graduating, and you're learning new tools day by day. There are a lot of new domain comes up in in your work environment. So you need to be open to constantly keep learning, because obviously after age 40, age 45, there is a fear that comes in that age group. Okay, now I'm getting slow because the youngsters are faster than me learning too. So you need to be also on top of learning all the new things all the time. So be mindful of that as well.
Correct. Correct.
Uh,
Agreed. So,
Bill, can you go back one slide? Sorry.
sure.
Thank you. Take it further.
Yeah, speaking to you may get job from anywhere. So usually, foreign citizens do not get to work with government of the country where you're going to. But I was luckily, I was lucky. I'm not lucky. I would say I was given the opportunity at the right time. So very common route. Professor, I was referred by a professor. Uh, he recommended. He used to serve in the Federal Reserve Board of U.S., basically the RBI of U.S. Since I graduated in banking and finance law, I was recommended by him to the director of New York City Law Department. I used to work for NYLD. I was collaborating with FBI, ATS, Anti-Terrorism Squad. I used to work with Department of Justice. My main job was fraud investigation and money embezzlement. I used to work into claims. Anytime the city got sued, I was investigating the evidences, like whether he actually deserves the insurance, or he's just doing it for claims, or he's doing it for fraud. So might sound crazy, but networking actually works. I'm one of the very few people who like foreigners do work with the government, but they are usually routed through like official channels like diplomatic passport and everything. You might see the Indian foreign services like IFS and everything. They do work for the government, but they are through routed channel, not through like college admissions. So make sure that you are ahead of your uh, time, and you keep your head up. You look for opportunities everywhere wherever you can find them.
Absolutely. So one thing Kunang was mentioning about networking, and normally in every, like we have done these seminars before, I have also been audience and now I'm speaking. There is this one sentence which comes up every time, and Ila ma'am, I'm surprised ka ee sentence હજી સુધી ના આવ્યો કે પાછું ના કચ્છી में ઓળખાણ જ પાંજી સૌથી વड्डी ખાણ है. So, and like one thing we were talking about networking, we are on multiple groups with Ila ma'am. Often ko thi hai ka you are looking for a job, you are kind of desperate, and jan channel thi pa start ke huj pa boli banu. So you can put a message to Ila ma'am, ma'am, here is my resume, here is my profile, here are the jobs I'm looking for. Can you please circulate it in one of these groups? અને મેમ क्या खबर ना कटला ग्रुप्स होंदा at this point of every year ka batches, every discipline, multiple cities, multiple countries. Ma'am will put these messages असा के आज भी अच्छे था का this is this profile, this is this, and one of us might be working somewhere, we might have a opening in our company and we might connect you with a job offer. So networking cannot stress that enough. So 100%. Another thing, again, just kind of continuing.
Just one more point that I would like to add.
Mhm.
Many people think that connecting to Seva Samaj is only for loans, only for funding. That's not true. So there are so many students who don't require funds and are still in touch with us while before they've gone, while they're still there. This cannot be, you can say, emphasized any more, but it is definitely so that this जो कोचे ना ओळखाण सोती वाली खाण है, it's very difficult to explain in such a short time the number of ways in which the KVO community has been helpful, and your information to be with the KVO community is also very important. It's both ways. And today you are on the receiving side. Tomorrow, you students will be in the giving side, like the way these alumni are talking today. So how do we get in touch with you if you are not in touch with us? So just keep the connect on. Pooja came back Before she returned back, she was in touch. After she returned back, she was in touch. We are still connected. Same applies to Viral, Punang. Just say hi, hello to each other so we know that you exist, I exist. And this existence helps the entire existence because we are all here for everyone. So, yeah, you can go ahead. I just wanted to stress since that point came in.
Some other challenges in the job hunting or job market these days, thanks to, again, a majority of these points might be more relevant to tech, but I'll just list them through. In tech, we see there is potentially a senior only market right now. Thanks to AI, a lot of entry level jobs are not being hired for. Again, there was a COVID के बाद जो market correction आनी थी, because COVID में a lot of overhiring ended up happening. You must have seen these big tech companies firing people left, right, and center. And that kind of goes back to the point Mehul was making earlier. You don't have to necessarily go after Mang or Fang or these big brand labels, because ultimately the work you do there will not be significant. You will not make any impact there potentially. Or secondly, it will not even help you potentially with your personal growth. So fair enough, matlab experience जानना कहीं ने, if you are joining that company, that makes sense. But again, हम खबर है starting में जो pre-grad perspective and post-grad perspective, even where you choose to get hired and start working, an American person will not have to worry about a company sponsoring my visa or not, but folks like us will have to. So if you are very much interested to work with a startup, but they are not going to sponsor, that will be a deal breaker. So I'm saying don't go for necessarily big fish or small fish. Look for the right set of conditions that will fit your requirements if you have that choice, and make that call. uh, Another thing is we also see big tech monopolizing talent. Because जेड़ो COVID में Fed ने interest rates raise किया, they will start dumping people left, right, and center, because they know startups cannot hire again. So now the talent that we had, we can fire them again, and the numbers that they fire are crazy. On the other hand, there are some other organizations. The one I work for example, it's a Canadian, half of the workforce is Canadian, and they are more.
नंबर आमा पूछो तो अबे मेरे अपने इतने नंबर मोकलियो.
Okay, I have muted them. So yeah, point being that you look for the right set of conditions that you will need to remain in the US for, or whatever country, for how long. 3 साल 4 साल 5 साल, you need to be able to see your career growth over there, which is why you have gone. Again, we have not seen the effects of AI yet. Yes, I did say that fresher entry level hiring is lower. It has reduced, but it has not completely stopped yet. Folks who are in this space, I would say keep monitoring them. Don't get discouraged. Kanke something or the other will come out of these things. All these AI tools, ChatGPT, we are seeing also doesn't seem sustainable at the moment, given the amount of land, energy, and water they consume, and the other security risks also sometimes associated with them. But do monitor the space. You can potentially use one of these tools and stand out as a candidate compared to some other uh, applicants. So just things to keep in mind. Another thing, seeking for help. We have stressed on networking enough, but I wanted to say peers, university organizations, there are career centers. You can speak to them for improving your resume. अकड़ों माते point लख्यो है 2 to 4 a.m. advisor. So this is something that helped me with my imposter syndrome. In my master's thesis, I had an advisor who had 5 PhDs. So imagine the amount of talent, intellect, skill set. मतलब ये आदमी क्या ही होगा if he has done 5 PhDs in my field. Uh, I was working on a project, and normally, we are supposed to follow a certain timeline. सुबह जल्दी उठो, रात को सो जाओ, and this is how. But I am a night owl. आऊँ मुझे कम बाव के पोए जुकले होते हैं वो, खास करने यूनिवर्सिटी में. And I was struggling with a problem. My advisor messaged me, "Hey, how's it going?" And I just messaged him, "Hey, I'm struggling with this thing. I'm not able to figure it out. I will ask some senior for help or some PhD guy." He's like, "Why are you asking a PhD guy for help? They will not be online right now. I'm here. Come, let's get on a call. Let's speak it out." We were on a call from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. I never expected my advisor to be awake during these hours, but the both of us shared our screen. We were trying to solve a problem. He's like, "Bro, I don't know JavaScript." For people who are in tech, how can you not know JavaScript? These are one of the first 3 things you are taught. it's okay. But how it helped me break my imposter syndrome is this guy here, he has 5 PhDs and he doesn't know something so basic, but he's not afraid to share it. A lot of the times our own confidence is something that kills us. But I would say don't worry about that. You Jetlo bhi aun UST graduate theo, and I have worked in 2 3 companies until now. Everywhere people have told me this one thing: tech and skills are something that can be taught, but your attitude is something we can't teach you. So if I'm interviewing someone who doesn't have the skill sets, थोड़ा 19 20 है मेरे को चलेगा, but अगर मेरे को attitude बंदे में सही लग रहा है, I will hire them. And if I see the attitude is wrong, they don't have a willingness to learn, then I am not, I'll never go ahead with that person. This attitude point will come into whether you are being honest in terms of your research for your universities, you are being honest in your interviews. Again, there are a lot of AI tools these days. If you are using them, I won't say don't use them, because you'll lose out on advantage. But if you are using them, be careful, use at your own risk, be maybe practice it beforehand. There are a lot of things that can go wrong in this process, so think about what you are doing. Just be careful. So there are these things. Apart from that, one thing particularly for the New York State people, if you all are going there, they have unemployment benefits which you can avail while being on OPT. Now, again, this information is from 2021-22. Things might have changed now, but जहाँ સુધી आके job નથી મળે, आपको rent भरना है, you can look this up. You can maybe get those benefits. It might help you pay your rent for a few months by the time you get a job. This is not free money, but just look it up. Another thing, there are several women in STEM conferences, hackathon scholarship. One example is this Grace Hopper conference for women and non-binary technologists. The entry fee is $200. It is too much. But I have seen people register for this, attend this, and walk out with a job offer in hand after just 2 rounds of interview. Again, you may debate whether this is unfair or fair advantage, call it what you will. I have given you this information. I think you should use it. Just point blank. These are some challenges. Again, another thing is mental health and wellness. These are things you'll be like, "Arey, kol pakaya to apni slide mein," but just bear with me. You will be a big fish in a small pond currently, and now you will become a small fish in a big pond. The US is huge. However, Khali US, Chuta, America, New York, California. Once you go there, it is a huge, huge country. New place, new people, new responsibilities, figuring academics, finances, time management, your health. It is crazy. You will miss people, you will miss friends, you will miss your support system after a point of time. एंड स्पेसिफिकली जब तुम लोग जाओगे ना फॉल में, अभी तुम लोग आई थिंक अगस्त में जाओगे, द वेदर विल बी अमेजिंग. यू कैन रोम अराउंड इन शॉर्ट्स. इट विल बी क्रेजी गुड. But the minute September, October, November starts to roll around, sunsets will start happening at 4 p.m., 3:30, 4 p.m., depending on where you are. And you will start feeling so depressed. You will not feel like cooking. You will not feel like cleaning. You will not feel like getting your groceries. You will not feel like doing your homework. You will not feel like going to the gym. This lack of inactivity will create sort of some, yeah, in the US there is a word for this called seasonal depression. People suffer from this every few months. Vitamin D is your support. If you can, go out for a morning walk, get enough sunlight, get moving, join the gym, have people, have friends, have a community. Everyone goes through it in varying degrees. But again, some support systems to keep in mind here will be your family, friends, and roommates. They will make or break your master's, yeah, whatever experience, bachelor's, jo bhi ho. And again, we have touched upon this earlier, so I won't go in detail, but in your fees, you have paid for the gym, you have paid for your university counseling, your therapy, and all. Feel free to avail it. There is no shame in going for it. I personally did not have a KVO host family, but a lot of y'all will have them. Y'all can tap into that resource as well. Even if you don't have a host family, that's okay. Please don't be discouraged. Jairanji, host family nahi hai, and you will struggle and you will make that journey by yourself. You will respect that journey just that much more. It will make you a much more stronger person. So either way is a good thing. And as I said, these are multidimensional problems. Initially, sub overwhelming लगता है, but eventually you will figure it out. Eventually, it will become easier.
Uh, Also, be ready for cultural shock. It is part of it. You are going there. आ रहा है cultural shock, different types of it. Embrace it, like take it on your, like tell them like आने दो जो भी आ रहा है, take it full head on. So one cultural shock would be like it happened to me day three in Boston. I was living with my cousin. He said, "So कल शाम को अपन college से तो वापस आ जा." Like we come back and we go grocery shopping. My classes were ending at 6. His classes were ending at 6:30. So I was like, perfect. मेरा college घर से दूर है. तू पहुंच जाना time पे. By the time 7 o'clock we'll meet home, have some chai something, and 8:30 grocery लेने चले जाएंगे. Biggest mistake we could have done. We found out that, and being Indians again, Indian Standard Time, हम लोग 8 साढ़े 8 बजे घर से निकले नहीं. We left home by 9 thinking अरे हाँ सब खुला ही रहेगा. We got to know 8:45 is the last check-in time. You can shop inside till 9:30, but that too it closes. So grocery shopping, रात को गेड़ी मारना, बाइक चलाना, whatever your mood busters, stress busters are, you will not get there. Make sure everything is so. You would be pure Jain there. You have to follow the sunset. Sunset होने के बाद वहाँ पे कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. So the less Jain you are in India, you would be more there. So make sure that you are uh, quite good in your head that ये सब shock लगेंगे. So take it. And the other thing would be weird sunset timings. You might enter a 2 o'clock class expecting 4 बजे मैं बाहर आऊंगा. Bright sunny day outside, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You go must inside. 4 o'clock you come out, everything pitch black dark. Make sure you won't like ये कहाँ नार्निया में आ गया. But yes, that's the reality of eastern states. That's reality of Germany, London, every icy cities. This is the reality. Make sure that you are well equipped with that, good clothes. You have all your medicines or whatever you require to cope up with these things is there with you.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
just something I'm really going to quickly add
I think
is
weather-wise, yeah, everybody would have something. You need to be really proactive in such depressing weather.
so as a mental health professional, because I provide that for work, yes, it is very important to be strong. It's very important to kind of stick your ground. It's a phase nikal jayega. But kabhi when you're genuinely mentally unwell, वो phase नहीं निकलेगा. So don't give up because the phase is not going away. Talk to someone, seek professional advice. It is genuinely going to not be a big problem when you look back in life. But in that minute, it will really be very big because I treat people with ADHD, with anxiety. Some people who've never had any anxiety and suddenly start developing it after they start staying alone. These are all real issues. No discouragement. It will pass, but just take guidance. Don't try to be share also if you think you can't be share, because you'll break faster. So take all the resource that is out there. Take anybody who you can lean on. If you need to be a creeper for some time, that's fine. And layer yourself, whether you're in California, whether you're in other than, I think, Austin, and correct me, other than Austin, I think any place you are in, if you go during the winter time, you will go between Indian language के हिसाब से बोलेंगे तो between 10 degrees Celsius to minus 35 degrees Celsius anywhere in this world from that October through February month. So if you are going to study in a space which is going to be more warm other than Florida and Austin, then please learn to layer, because that is going to keep your heat together. And a Kodia laddu khai ja bhale irritating way, because they give you energy. So eat good food. Keep your belly happy, keep your mind happy.
Yeah, please go ahead with the next. I think we are coming closely to the end only now. We are almost at the end. I would just like to say one more thing over here, that are you playing the next slide? Because I can't see the slide.
No, I think my laptop got stuck. Can you guys tell me what you're seeing
In
on
the
screen?
meanwhile, I will just say something while your laptop is showing the slide.
Mhm.
I just wanted to say that whatever said and done, KVO Seva Samaj, on behalf of that, I would like to say that we are not recommending you to go. We are not recommending you not to go. We are playing a neutral role for those who are already planned to go. We are just here to guide you what to see further over there and what is your preparation. But at the same time, be aware of the global scenario, the war scenario, the inflation scenario, the job status that is going on. Be aware of everything around you. So we are not here to tell you it's not good to go or it's very good to go. We don't know what is good to go. What will be the status after you complete your master's after 2 years? Whether it will be beneficial to you or no, it'll all depend. Times will decide and your efforts will decide. So yeah, you have the last slide or you're done?
Yeah, ma'am. So we have a thing for being back to India.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many in the audience are here for that.
Viral, I'm just going to add something. Mehul added
One
about
second,
driver's
one
license.
second.
Did we?
Just a minute. Viral said, I don't know how many, but see, when we go, everyone wants to come back. They all say, "पढ़ के मैं वापस आ जाऊंगा." So
Right.
doesn't matter, at least if you know if they've seen something or heard something from you, that will be good. Yes, Pooja, go ahead.
No, sorry. I was just saying that before we go to this, Mehul has written in the chat about a driver's license in the US. Read the message. It says it's a privilege, which I will agree. Boston is extremely well connected. New York is extremely well connected. Other parts, not so great connected. So if you want to go from, let's say, Santa Cruz to Ville Parle, you don't have a rickshaw taking you there. You don't have something from Matunga to Dadar taking you in a taxi. You can afford the taxi and go. You have Uber, but having your own vehicle increases your ability to socialize, increases your ability to work, increases your ability to just not be in a lull phase. It just gives you more wings. So think about your driving license as an added hat to make friends, if I can just add.
Thank you, Mehul. So Mehul is referring to the international driving license.
No, he's referring to getting a US driving license, it says.
We can drive on our normal driving license as long
You
as
can,
it is
you
in
can.
English. As long as it is in English.
The only catch is that you don't know your state's rules. So when you get वहाँ का driving license, you know the rules. Kind of you're more prepared because we are not. हम कभी-कभी red light pass करते हैं यहाँ पे. वहाँ पे आप थोड़ा plan करके नहीं red light pass करोगे. It will just help you.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it's a two-way win, but something to focus on. And sorry, Viral, you can continue with the return to India journey if you.
All good.
But if I think it's a good time if people have question for us, they should ask us. Even if it's in the chat, if you're shy to not talk, but my 2 cents after hearing us for almost 2.5 hours, if you're still shy, I have a question.
Absolutely. No, so I was just thinking, guys, you can post your questions in the chat. Please do so. If anyone has like questions, y'all can maybe let us know. I will quickly go through these slides. If anyone has points, we can jump in. And I have already noted a question that I think Pooja or Heath had asked earlier. I figured we'll just kind of address questions right now.
Yes.
So speaking of returning, the four of us have all come back in different times, different points in our life, different careers in our life. I would say mentally be prepared for India. Find the one thing that will keep you back in India because this is you can't. It's not an easy thing to come back and go and come back and go. When I was coming back, I was like, "घर ही तो वापस जा रहा हूँ." It's going to be the same. It is not going to be the same. I was away for 5 years. You might be away for 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 plus years. Things will change. But find the one thing that will keep you in India. Look for, accordingly your transfers, your job. People also come here and pursue like an MBA or a PhD or whatever. I later learned कि इसको soft landing बोलते हैं. कि sort of you come, but you don't come कि भाई कुछ नहीं है मेरे को ढूंढना है अभी. You come with a plan. So, that might be one thing for you. A lot of another thing is narrowing down the city, job, house, schools, depending on what stage of life you are in. Normally, we go from our hometown to our university town, then to our job town, and wherever the career takes us. But coming back, your career you could be in IT and you might be like Bangalore, Pune hi ja sakta hu. Mumbai cannot be an option for me. So whatever that looks like for you, think about it before you make a call. And lastly, there are some points which I don't think apply to any of you at this point. Selling your house, selling your car, closing your bank accounts, your PPF, 401k, figuring out your visa, green card if you are in the pipeline, and saying your goodbyes. Because I think, yes, take a minute to say goodbye to your US friends and family and whoever. because I came back in 23. I got married in 25, like last year, December, maybe. And I was hoping a lot of my friends will be there. Visa issues, timeline, job, this, that. You may not get to see them in person again, or you may not get to see them all as a group ever again. So, just take that time, get that closure as well. Another then Apart from that, I would say yes, build your network in India once you are back. Look for your job, work culture, all of that stuff. Salary parity. Okay. I would say don't expect that, to be honest. जो तुमको यूएस में मिलता था, लंदन में, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में मिलता है, वो यहाँ नहीं मिलेगा. But again, look at the end of the day. Okay, I think Pooja has a different thing. I'll just finish my point here.
Let me chime in that for salary. Sorry. So you, if you
I would suggest being back, I think we should base it on their questions, because right now I don't think that is there as a question. So
Fair.
maybe we can take some questions right now.
Mhm.
If there is a question on being back, maybe we can address it.
Sure.
I think that would really make sense.
No, I'm just answering hate, so I'll answer hate. Hate, you absolutely can transfer your university. There is no backside on your visa or your ability to enter the US. What not a surprise for you after you get there. And if that is the case, are you still willing to will tell you need to do a term with us before we let you kind of like take this information and go to the next university, and the next university will be like, if you're doing that, then you need to defer yourself to a different years, different semesters admission entry versus a fall of 26. It's just logistics of a few emails, but just have that clarification before you actually say yes, I'm going to do this.
Another thing connected to this topic will be transfer of visa, sure, but transfer of credits also. You can get your credits transferred as well if you take a semester at one university and you move to another, not just US to US, but if you have been an IIT or some recognized university in India ka alumnus and you took some good courses in your undergrad, you may get those credits applied to your master's ka degree also. So that way your requirements for the completion of degree will get reduced. Again, something to keep in mind, look for your current transcript, look for wahan ke requirements, speak to your guidance counselor over there and figure this out. So that way you will have to take one less subject or things like that.
So
Already.
sorry, go ahead, dear. Are you answering
No.
a question?
Can I answer Manan's question?
Okay. So just completely so I don't miss Hasti's. Hasti says that for Germany, if there is any visa tip or a visa appointment concern or thing to keep in mind, Hasti, be it Germany or US, your profile has to be, like prim. Make sure you have all your supporting documents. Make sure you have all your paperwork aligned. You sound like a very smart girl, my dear. You should not have to worry about the visa appointment. Go confident, speak, submit all the documents that they need. The checklist is already there on the website, so just thoroughly double check it, lack of a better word. But they should not have to worry from a application standpoint, as long as you have your letter that you're accepted into this university and the coursework.
Viral, maybe we can stop the
Presentation. So
question.
actually, yeah. So Ila ma'am, I wanted to
Yeah.
mention two things. Given the questions that are pouring in, one of them is for financial sort of
Can you
planning.
close
ROI,
this
yes.
presentation first,
No,
Viral?
no, no. I wanted to just mention ki there is appendix we have.
Okay.
Can take this screenshots if they want to, and then I'll just close it up.
I just wanted to talk on this only.
Uh-huh.
So what is this KVO Seva Samaj, sign margin, Matunga boarding, Jain Jagriti is only for USA. Jito will take in, they just help you in the bank to seek your bank loan with maybe 2% of benefit that you will get as compared to the original bank interest. Then Shed Danji Devsi, that is the DDKF. Dhanvalab Charitable Trust, which is under the Stanakwasi margin. Matushri Manibai, which is only for girls. Banbai in NC, which is also only for girls. Pado Pradesh, nowadays, I don't think there is anything available now. You can still check it, but I don't think. Prodigy Finance is very high interest rates. and you need a sponsor in the US or the country where you're going, then based on merit, you will have the Tata scholarship, the Setna scholarship, the Ratan Tata. These all are there. But they would give you amount. Of course, it is interest free, and something very similarly to what we are doing, Seva Samaj or any other organization. It is interest free loan which you have to return back. But there are some corporates which are also giving scholarships. So you can also look into that if you wish to. If you are meritorious, there are many scholarships which you can also apply to. For Germany, you can apply for the DAAD scholarship, DAAD. So there are country-wise scholarships also. So you can decide what you want to. And more importantly, I was wanting to answer Manan's question. The question whether I was Manan's question. One second, just a moment.
Given the current global uncertainty, the
Yeah.
situation in the US,
I got it.
right? Yeah.
I got it. So looking at the current global uncertainty, even I would say if your financial status, if your financial position in the country where you are right now, if your family is not able to support you financially and you have to go based on loans, if you are taking hefty loans from somewhere, be sure that you also have to earn there. And if you don't get a job, you will not be able to pay that heavy amount. So there are students who are even putting their house on mortgage and then they're not able to earn after their studies. So the family is completely devastated. So in those situations, I think you should not even wait for 2 more years, take a work experience, and then go. There's no harm. You create your own savings, keep your dream alive within you, work for 2, 3, 4 years. It's fine still. And you can always do your, some studies you can do here. And then if you want the global exposure, you can go after a couple of years, but at least see that you made some savings and not depend only on heavy bank loans because you'll be paying very high interest rates. And if you're not assured of a job, which is the scenario right now, freshers getting job right now is very, very difficult. So make sure that, be sure of that if you're going right now with full loan amount, it may get very, very difficult for you. Before we all jump into another discussion, we have Bimal Vora, who is the current president of Seva Samaj, who is very, very busy. Bimal is in some other meeting somewhere, and I've been coordinating with him, and I don't know, still he's busy, I think. But I think it will be nice to hear him
So
before
I
we.
have come, I have joined.
Yeah, Bimal, please go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm playing my father's role, so
One second,
I had to attend.
1 second. Can Ankur, can you make him host so that we can also bring him to the.
Yeah.
We can add him to the.
Spotlight. I have added him.
Okay. Yeah, Bimal, can
So-
you
And
make your 1
Vimal
second.
is host now.
Can you turn your mobile so that we can see a wider space of you? Just turn your mobile. Yes, nice. Go ahead.
So I am on a duty as a father. My daughter is getting an award, so I got stuck there. But I welcome everyone, and nice to see people are taking part, and this event is doing very well. So Dr. Ila Dedia, I think Lex Kenya is also there, right? Or he slept?
Kenya was there. I don't know whether he's still there. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
very. I know. You both are so knowledgeable and insightful, and the four speakers. I think they have also shared. In fact, I missed this, but then the moment I go back to my home in the night, I'll see the playback and the video which is uploaded onto the YouTube. So unfortunately, we could not meet, but then I'm sure whoever has attended must have got lot of good information. And Seva Samaj is so lucky enough. We got encyclopedia, Dr. Ila Dedia, Dex, Kenya, both have great vast experience, lot of knowledge. they are well. The best part is they are well connected with the foreign going students and coming back to and who have got settled in India. So Dr. Ila Dedia, thank you so much for arranging this lovely program. Though because of the rain we got disturbed, we had to cancel offline and the online mode we choose. But definitely down the line again, we can arrange a get together or something. The
Yeah.
series of for program like this. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
It's come as a request from the ones who are attending that we must meet again. They want to interact with them, the speakers, and with all of us. So definitely we'll see how we can create a small gathering
No,
very
no.
soon.
In fact, we are open to that, and please do. That's more beneficial. Face-to-face interaction, and then maybe with a larger people and not with again a new topic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vimal. I know it's been
Thank
very
you.
tough for you in between all your programs and events. And congratulations to your daughter for achieving such a good award.
Yeah,
She's a
yeah.
medical professional, a medical student, and very nice. We're very happy to hear her achieve.
She did after MBBS, she did MS, then again DMB, and now she completed her fellowship in refractive surgery, eyes specialty. So all by and I remember very much, Dr. Ilaben, it was you only honored her 4 years back on the stage with your all your grace. She has grown ahead.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
she's been a BCSMA awardee, Prince Merit,
Yeah,
as well as she's been there throughout, and the Shudgun
correct.
also. Very nice. Thank you very much. Congratulate
Thank
her
you.
a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Bye.
and we'll continue the discussion. There was last 5 minutes left. Is there anybody else who had to say something? Any question from anyone left? Ireland.
So
Okay.
I think there are a few.
I am currently. No. Neksha, are you in Ireland right now? Can you unmute and talk?
Once I finish this camp, I'll get my angiography done.
Yeah, I am currently holding an offer for Ireland for this September 2026. So I'll probably be leaving by the end of August.
So, Niksha, we'll connect you to the group of Ireland. There is a WhatsApp group in that also. I'll add you there. You'll be able to meet many other people online. But to create a program separately for Ireland is not worth it because we don't have many students going to Ireland. But definitely you can be there while we are all meeting together.
Sure,
You can,
definitely. Any help will be helpful, yeah.
yes, we'll
And
help you.
Ila Aunty, Devam Savla is looking for a host family in London.
Yeah, we'll help him there also. See, there is a Google form that we have circulated.
Yeah,
You
I
have to
filled it.
fill your request in that. If you fill
Yeah.
your request, we will be addressing it. But if you just come and give us individual requests, it will be very difficult for us.
No, apart from that, like
follow.
I even shared the whole story of my visa thing. So I
Yes.
wanted advice for that.
So, Deva, I'm sure we all have individual opinions which can swing one way or the other. It is good to start your journey and use this UK route to go to US. But currently, how the visa selectors are uh, focusing on rejected visas, it's a lot of gamble. It's
Yeah.
worth the gamble, then you go for it. But it is a gamble because if there is already a rejection, yes, having a UK visa and doing your transfer program will definitely add more value over the rejection, but it does not take away the rejection.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to just add to what Pooja already said. Just one more point that I would like to say to Devam. See, you may think that this is a rejection right now. It may seem like a rejection today because that's what you thought you wanted to do and it's not coming to you. It's going against your wish. But let me tell you, sometimes these rejections, which are at a particular time, after few years, when you look at it at hindsight, you will be able to see that it was because of that rejection you received something, you achieved something. So we don't know, there must be a different path that is
Yeah,
planned for
even that scholarship, as I said, I got it after the rejection. Earlier, it was not granted.
Yeah, so doesn't matter. Don't worry. You can always, if you're not going right now, you can always take it as a work experience period over here. If you're planning to go to another country, that also can be looked at, because it's not that this particular country only is the one who can give me a master's degree. Whatever is your plan is not the country. Your goal is not the country. Your goal is your exposure. It is that education that you want to. That's your goal. So where you get it, you'll have to work it out. Maybe you'll have to put in some more effort, but you will get it. You will achieve it.
Thank you.
So, Rachit has another question, which I think Mehul already answered. Rachit, are you good? Okay.
So I had a couple of things. So I think someone earlier, when we were in the middle of academics or something, had asked about
Yeah, Pooja Gada posted something.
selection of university course and professors RATA stuff. So I'm just going to give a blanket answer. Heth and Pooja both had some similar questions. Again, this will be generic. If you guys have more questions, you can message Ela ma'am or us on LinkedIn. But to select your professors or to select your universities, you will have to, first website is usnews.com. You will find the list of universities there by ranking. You can select your discipline. You can then go to the college website, look for their curriculums, and see, this is going to be deep research. It's not, I mean, this research will help you ultimately in the future, but when you go through which programs are being offered, who is the professor teaching that, all of this will help you plan your SEM and where to apply. You can have masters of data science being offered in two universities. Both are very different. One is good for the industry, one is good for the research. So again, it depends on what you want, what your profile speaks to, what speaks to your profile, sort of. Another thing is, once you narrow down, let's say about 15 or 20 universities or programs that you want to, that is when we can help. Ela ma'am can help. You can ask Ela ma'am ki ye mera resume profile hai. These are the universities I'm considering with a data science या software या whatever profile. Can you connect me to similar people who might be able to help me? Or just put a message, ask Ela ma'am, she will circulate it on the groups. That way, appropriate answers will keep coming your way, first of all. Second, in terms of applying to them, yeah, SOP review and all as well. Again, once you have narrowed your list from 15, 20 to 8, 10, whatever be the case in your thing, you will start working on your SOP, tailor your SOP, yeah, essays to those universities. Again, this community resource can help you there. You can send your SOPs, PDF file, bhej do. We will review it. We will give you feedback. If you are, a lot of people come and tell us, please send your SOP. We are not going to send our SOPs, because then you will just get influenced by them, or you will not think original. The point is to make you think original. We will send you our SOPs once you send us yours. So once you send me your SOP, I can read it, I can give you some points, and then I can tell you, see, this is my SOP. Look at what I did in paragraph 3. Maybe you can do something similar. We can guide you like that. But right off the bat, please don't try to copy, or please don't try to, get some SOP and base your story on that, because sabka story alag hai.
Viral, where are they supposed to send you this SOP?
My LinkedIn or Ela ma'am ke through bhi, it would work.
They have my number and they have Latskenia's number.
Okay,
So once they send it to us, we send it to y'all also, and we put
Cool.
our inputs also. I just want to say my personal input to this whole question of where there are some questions here, whether I should go work and then go, or whether I should go right now. I mean, if you are still making a decision, if you've not yet made your payment, you've not yet started your process, I would say take some work experience. That is my sincere suggestion to you, because right now as a fresher, you're not needed. AI is doing a lot of work. Whichever field you're talking about, whether it's law, whether it's medicine, whether it is tech, whatever is the field. So I would say take some work experience. An experienced person is the one who is really sought for over there. Right now, that is the scenario. So if today itself the freshers are not really required, so many freshers, as Viral said, are applying to 500 plus jobs and not getting, he was kind enough to say 10 responses. I have students who have sent more than 500 plus applications and they have not got a response even from one company. And they're using everything. They're taking friends' help, the professors' help to write their CV. I mean, their entire you can say the introduction, the biodata, and they're taking all the help even for SOP. But it's not helping. It's just not helping. So I mean, I'm talking about the ones who are already there, the ones who are applying for jobs. 500 plus applications and they're not getting a response. So it's not about them. It is not that they are worthless, but it is just that the industry right now is not open to taking freshers because there is enough that the industry is already invested on the tech. So how will they invest on both the man and the machine? So right now, all big companies have made a choice for machine. Everybody wants to pump in the money for the new things. So that's what it is. I'm just putting my number again.
Yeah, and this is just exactly what I was saying for what Ila is saying is that you feel freshers are, trust me, even worked professionals with 20 years of experience are struggling. The market is shifting. It has to settle for it to become viable again. So it's like earthquake chal raha hai. Thoda sa patience rakh lo. So if you are able to get a job and secure it in a amazing market like India where there is no earthquake, go for that option. And then like, because there is no age to education, there is no age to exposure. I know we all are used to thinking ke 21 pe, my masters should be started, and 25 I should have a amazing six-figure salary US dollar job, and by 29 I will be married, and by 34 I'll be a father. I love the thought. I genuinely do, trust me. But life is much bigger than this, and the minute you will step out of your comfort zone, you will realize that there is no number to growth. So whatever great opportunities coming your way, make the most of it. Don't turn it down in the chase of a dream that right now may not be the most practical option for you.
I would like to ask, like, poll something. Any student here opting for non-STEM courses? If anyone can put a thumbs up, I think. Not expert.
And just one more thing about SOPs, and I am not too good at SOPs. Trust me, I wrote mine 18 years ago. Freaking, if you ask me to read one, I'll get impressed. That's the best I will do. But your SOPs are a reflection of you. I've hired more than 4,000 people in my tenure of 16 years, and I can tell you your SOP is like your resume. When I read it, I should be able to read through the person's personality, and that is what your teacher is also looking for, or whoever is sitting at the other side to approve you to get a selection. So make your essay, your SOP genuinely yours. If you're applying to 12 universities, then make 12 different SOPs catering to the coursework of that university and what you genuinely want from that university. It's a barter. It's not always give, give, give. You are going to be able to give something in return as well, and put that on your SOP. कि मैं क्या दे सकता हूँ. It's not always मैं क्या ले सकता हूँ तुमसे. So, widen your horizon and genuinely appreciate yourself. You'll be able to do a better job on your SOP.
Yeah. Is there any other question for anyone? 1 second, my number, I think I've typed, there is an error. I'll just type it again. Yeah. This last one that I've put is my right number. I think I made some error. Any other question? Otherwise, we can close it for today. Can you give your responses? What did you feel about the session? Was it helpful to you? Can you put your responses, reactions? Hate Goel has written positive, got great info. Thank you. Very nice. Anyone else? And I hope all of you have registered in the Google link. What about the others? Did you find it useful? Neksha has written, thank you so much to everyone for addressing all the queries and suggestions. Grateful for it. Devam has written, it was great. Thank you so much. See, this is a good feedback to give to the speakers always. Even if you find that it was not helpful, you can still write it. That's fine. And that's very important for us at Seva Samaj as well as to the speakers. Darsh has written, thanks for such an informative session. Sushi, thank you so much for the amazing session. It has been very insightful and great guidance for us. Very nice. Yeah, Kushi says it's going to be great guidance for those who are traveling this far. Very nice. That's true. So Rachit says, thank you for the session to know how many new things. Okay. Thank you so much. The session is quite helpful. All the parts of the broad journey have been covered. Rishabh says so. And there is a YouTube link, which I'll post it on the group. All of you who are there on the Google link, we have formed a group of yours and the link will be posted. So you can revisit the YouTube link and refer to it again. Yeah, we are reading all your messages still. And all of you who are there on the Google link, we have formed a group of yours. And I don't know what was this. Yeah. So any more questions? Otherwise, we can close it for today. I would like to really thank Viral, Pooja, Punang, and Amisha. Amisha, I can't see your face. Yeah. So it's nice to have all of you all. And I know Viral and Punang have come back again and again. And Pooja and Amisha have come here first time on this particular topic on this group. But otherwise, of course. And Rishabh was asking whether a new group. There is already a group there. So we'll just add you to that group. If you filled up the form, you'll be added on the group. It's just that. And if you don't fill up the form, you're lost. Whether you're going this year or next year doesn't matter. It's good to be in the loop. So thank you very much, all four of you all. And thank you to all the participants, to all the parents who are also there patiently with the students, to the entire Seva Samaj family, the team which has helped in all different ways, to the office staff also who help us, and to all the others who had intended to help us but were not able to. We had arranged catering, sound, we had arranged videography, and a lot of things we had arranged. But anyway, this was this time that this had to go online. And thank you for your patient listening. Thank you once again. Keep connected.
Thank
Ankur,
you.
we can close the session.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay, sure.
Thank you, Ankur, for everything.
No, welcome, ma'am.